All right, man. Let's get it, man. We can record. We got the gang in here.
Let's get it.
Oh, man, Mr. J Hill, I'm in the building.
Alexander Blanc is here.
Yes, sir. The 1% Better Show. We got some friends here with us. And when I say friends, we do have friends. We got some real friends in the building.
Some heavy hitters.
Nicholas Banks is here.
Hey, thanks, man.
Mr. Bankshot.
Full government, yeah.
Yeah.
We out here. Yes, sir.
Happy belated Father's Day, right?
Hey.
We just starting off hot.
I don't got no kids yet. So,
yes, sir. We're going to talk to you in a second.
okay. All right.
Ashley is here.
What's up?
Jay is here.
Jay.
How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm excited. Are you
It's been
excited?
a long time. Yeah, I am. I actually am.
I was going to say, did you miss it at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, there'd be sometimes I'll be itching to say some things. So
For the
yeah,
people
for
that
sure.
don't know, man, she coming out of retirement for a second.
For you.
Just a brief cute, like, hey, I'm here and pop back out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not for me, man. Not for me.
Oh.
She didn't even know she was going to be on.
Yeah, I did not know I was recording.
Yeah, I
today.
finessed it.
Oh, he just told you to pull up?
So for the people that watching, just know, I finessed it. This was not
Planned at all. I had no clue. I'm glad I put on real
You gotta
clothes.
be careful. I don't want no trouble, man. I don't want no problems.
Goodness.
Anytime Jay Hill tell you to pull up to his house, you're going to be on camera.
Hey, that's crazy. Hey, yo, I don't know how I feel about that.
Wait a minute.
I don't know how I feel.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Damn, like anytime.
Everybody should have been shielded just a little bit better.
You're going to be on the podcast. Let me say that.
You know what's funny? I'd rather that allegations than anything else. Because, like, you come here, you coming to work, man.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Like, yeah, I like that. Yeah. I don't know when the last time I had sex in my house anyway, so.
Ooh. Well,
Tell us when.
I don't know. You know,
You know it?
we know you've been because you got a kid on the way. Congratulations.
Hey, thanks, man.
Toast to that, man.
Y'all heard it here first, man.
Toast to the on the way. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
So when we start, before we get started, we always like to do a little check-in, how everybody's week was going. You know, Father's Day just passed. So I guess we can start with you. How was your week, bro?
Oh man, it was cool, man. I just chilled. I wasn't celebrating just yet, man. 'Cause I'm real big on once the baby gets here, then I'll celebrate. So
Are you excited?
yeah, I'm very excited, man.
What's the most exciting part?
Just everything really. With it being me and her's first kid, that's exciting, and it's a boy. So,
Congratulations!
So just
That's fire.
just looking forward to giving him things I ain't have and that. So
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was so excited about having a little girl until I thought to myself that one day she got to get older and get married. These don't deserve to drop my last name. I'm just saying. They don't. She need to get a hyphen.
She might.
Unless now, I'm a fair person. I like to say, if she marry a that's like got some crazy emotion, you know what I'm saying? You would take his last name, but not no regular name. I'm working hard out here for my last name.
No,
For our last name.
That's actually fair.
You get what I'm saying? Like you want to marry a bum on the court and then you change it. Man, get this out of here. I'm just saying. I'm just being real. Like you marry because ladies know sometimes y'all like to fall in love with bums. Am I lying?
I mean, falling in love with a bum and marrying a bum is we on two different ends of the pole.
Okay, you might be right.
We've all fell victim to around with a lame, but okay. I don't really. I think if you get in that space of getting married, I would hope that both parties are taking it pretty serious.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I mean, that's a commitment that goes a little bit further than what people should take it.
At the end of the day, with all of the shit that I done been through, I'm not mad at my. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty cool. I'm like, you know what? That's pretty decent. I'm glad. That was it. Let me ask you this then. We could take whatever we want out of this, right?
Oh, I know.
All right.
I know who edited
the text message next.
Send a text away right out there. Wait,
Yeah.
how far along? Okay, to ask.
Yeah, 18 weeks. So we right in the second trimester right now.
Okay, I think my thing was like with pregnancy, the only thing I always wanted a healthy kid.
Right.
That's all I wanted because the older you get, the higher chances of complications.
Yeah.
So I really ain't like what you most excited about. I just want my kid to be healthy. That's good.
You know what's so crazy, bro? Is like you're not even allowed to say that.
For real?
Yeah, man. That's one thing I've learned. Like this whole journey, bro. Saying that you want a healthy child, bro, is like
offensive.
Yes.
For real?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just the culture that we're living in.
Wait,
Bro,
what?
I'm sick and
That sounds
tired of these
crazy,
sensitive
right?
motherfuckers.
Yeah,
That sounds crazy.
yeah.
I
You
gotta
can't
watch
say
my-
that. You can't
Yeah.
say that you want a healthy child anymore because some people do have kids with disabilities, this and the third, and that
Wow.
is
It's
offensive to them.
sensitive.
Yeah, it's insensitive in a sense.
Oh, wow.
Like you shouldn't want a healthy one. You should just want whatever God gives you.
But just even a child with a disability does not make it not healthy.
Correct.
But even that, though.
So it's just kind of like, why are we like dissecting the layer of what the
Right.
comment is? It's just I want a child that's healthy, even if he or she does have a disability. Still want my child healthy.
And because think about it, complications, like I don't want my woman to have to go through that.
Right.
Like, so when I think of a healthy child, but even still, I'm not being safe. I'm gonna be straight up, right? I do feel and empathize with everybody that have complications and things like that for sure. Because I wouldn't want that. But at the same time, we can't ignore the burden that brings parents.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I would want a healthy child because I know it's harder on the other end. So I salute everybody that probably did have kids and they had to go through complications and they probably have disabilities. That's hard as hell.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't ask for that. And I
Right.
would salute the people that's going through that and that's still taking care of their children. But it's like, come on, bro, I can't want the easier route.
Yeah. Well, we got testing done, so our kid is.
And that's a
you can do
that's a
that?
great thing with technology now. Yeah, you
we
can
did
test to
IVF.
see what.
That's the thing. We did IVF.
Okay.
Can you break it down for people that don't know?
Yeah. So IVF. I forgot what the acronym breakdown
Like
is.
in vitro or something? Like
It's not in vitro. It's like something. I think fertilization, but pretty much, they take her eggs and my sperm and put them like in a little container, and then they swim around. They'll connect. And then based off of that, we had, I think they took maybe 22 eggs out of her. Then I had to dry jack into a cup, drive it up there. They test my sperm, put it all together, and then out of that we had like 3 healthy embryos.
Wow.
So then they base it off of which ones develop the quickest, as which ones are like more healthy. So we had tried we had 2 girls and 1 boy embryo. They tried the girl first. She was pregnant for like 2 weeks, and then it was like a miscarriage in a sense.
Are you serious?
Wow.
So she got to go through all of that?
Yeah. So then we had to wait a little bit. Then we tried again with the boy. Now, mind you, though, you also have to trick the female body into knowing that she's pregnant. So every day for 50 days, 6:00 p.m., I'm giving her a shot of progesterone in her lower back, and I'm alternating every day, 50 days, every day.
Bro, you understand how we talking about like just we talk a lot about how women are like emotional creatures. You know how much I can only imagine what she had to go
emotion-
through,
yeah,
the
emotional.
emotional toll on that. Like,
I'm trying to tell you.
sheesh.
That was a
Actually,
a crazy time.
how do you support somebody in that? Like, how do you support your counterpart in that season? Like, what were you doing?
Bro, I was just there, bro. I was just there. Just being available for her, however, emotionally, physically, just, stopping kind of like what I'm doing. And, if she want to just do something as simple as go get some food or watch TV or whatever, bro, I'm just.
But also, because he ain't signed, and again, we can block anything out if I overstep.
No, go ahead.
He's one of the luckier ones. Like, his woman is like,
No,
one of the
she
great-
dope.
And I was
She
going to ask.
dope.
I was going to
Nah.
ask. Yeah.
like
She dope.
this whole situation is
Yeah,
It's not
I got
even-
lucky. I will
it's-
say I got lucky.
it's not even like because she told him like
lucky.
Yeah,
nigga,
yeah.
if just saying yeah so
Yeah. Nah.
So in that season of you guys, doing the process, like what was your emotional what was your emotional availability at the time?
I'm not gonna lie, man.
Was it tough?
Yeah, it was tough.
Yeah.
It was very, very stressful.
The uncertainty as well.
The uncertainty, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Because all my siblings, they got kids. You know what I mean? I got 2 older sisters and a younger brother. I think my older sister's like 43. Then I got a 41-year-old sister. They recently just had babies within the past 2 years.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And then my little brother, he has 3. And I was just like, all right, I guess it's, my turn. You know what I mean? So it was a lot. I'm not going to hold you, but it was also like, and I hate this because it's so cliche, but like being a man, you got to kind of like just tuck your emotions away. It was a lot of times she's like, she might be crying because something ain't work out. And then she's like, I just feel like you don't care. I'm like, no, I care. I'm just like not
I'm trying to be here for you. Yeah. Honestly, I don't want to cry and then it seems like I'm making it about me.
Right, you know what I mean? So, yeah. No,
do you not feel like in that space, I mean, you know, you already have a lot of other factors that weigh into the process alone, right? Like you said, you have family members that already have children. She possibly has family members that have children as well. You then have social media. So then you have a Mother's Day or Father's Day that has to pass, and people get to feeling those emotions that are not necessarily like, we don't talk about them, and then when you see it, you got to feel it.
Right.
So do you feel like if you did show emotion, it would make you less of a partner, or do you feel like showing the emotion and sitting in the emotion during these processes would possibly tie y'all deeper and closer to each other?
I think it was more me hiding certain emotions because I displayed emotions, but I wanted my emotions to just maintain across the board that like everything was going to be okay. So like when the first one, because we tried regular and it wasn't working.
Right.
Then the next process is something called IUI, and that's just where they take the sperm, put it like in a little, it's called a catheter, but they put it inside her urethra, and then they try to inject it that way. We tried that 3 times, didn't work. Then the first joint, she was pregnant, but then it didn't take. So it was more so like, hey, it's going to happen. You know what I mean? And I'm just trying to maintain that peace and just be like, yo, however many times we got to try, we're going to try.
Yeah.
You got some good ass insurance.
Yeah.
Paying for all this shit. However many times we got to do this, we going to do it. You know what I mean?
And well, that's good for, I mean, I'm good for insurance because I know the process is not cheap.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah, I have quite a few friends that have went through the IVF process.
Really?
Yeah. And
medication alone was like $30,000.
Yeah, it's expensive.
What?
It's not no cheap.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though? Just hearing it, and I don't know y'all's situation exactly, but it's crazy how, just listening to how you were supporting her, men have to be kind of careful with that because it can seem like, again, like not empathetic, insensitive, and it's like, bro, I just want to be supportive. Like I'm here to do whatever we got to do. You know what I'm saying? And I just want you to understand that I'm here for you, however long we got to do it. And they might just be wanting you to be there, or it just, man. That's why I always say, your compatibility matters, bro.
Oh,
that's why I
sure.
always say that because
sure.
the way you show up for somebody, not saying it's wrong or right, but it's right for somebody and it's wrong for somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it people don't understand how much that hurt you. When it's like, I'm trying to be there for you, but it's not good enough for you. And it's like, that's the last thing I want to do is make you feel like I'm acting in this way so you can feel comfortable. Just for you to be like, you don't feel comfortable. I'm like, so, nah, man, but shout out to you, man. Congratulations.
And congratulations,
Thank you.
yes.
Thank you, man.
I was talking to
High
you in the
prayers
so
for that, too.
I know y'all was with us for a long time, man. It's been a couple years, I think, at this point. A year.
Yeah, about a year.
Yeah.
About a year.
But doing that for a year straight ain't no joke.
Yeah. And the way it was at the beginning was like, based on her ovulation schedule, that's when we had to have sex.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And that's another thing that people don't be thinking about. They don't put that stuff into consideration either. Like, you just be thinking you can just have a kid.
But some people do, though. That's crazy.
Well, but it also, they don't realize when they're doing it. It's during the time that they're ovulating, because that's the only way that you can, well, not the only way, but, you know, that's one of the ways that you definitely are, of conceiving, correct.
We was on the schedule. I'm like, I'm not even
I
horny
don't
at
want
8
to have
o'clock.
sex right now.
I'm not at 8:30 in the morning. I'm not horny.
But it's literally a journey. Like, if you watch, and, you know, I don't know if that'll be anything for y'all to be open about, but people need to know that there are so many other ways of conceiving and that it is possible to do. And if you're serious about being a parent and really want to, you know, procreate and leave your, you know, your generational here, you got to make sure that you're intentional about what you're doing. You know, just how we're intentional about dating, intentional about conceiving is a big thing as well.
It is.
You know, and it also deals like with compatibility. Y'all got to really be meshed in and really locked in to have to go through those type of ups and downs, especially emotionally. So,
how was your week, Ashley?
It was good. You know, I work in the school system now, so we on summer break. So it's good, you know, just working out and just trying to find time to motion. I'm trying to plan me something to do before I go back to work.
What do you do in the school system?
I'm a mental health and wellness facilitator. So I'm pretty much like a pseudo counselor.
Okay.
In middle school.
Oh.
So yeah.
How was that in middle school though? Do they even understand that?
They're grown as
okay.
I feel like with social media now,
they're more grown than me. Like, I literally just had to, you know, like when my 8th graders leave, I let them follow me on Instagram. You ain't gonna follow me while you at the schoolhouse, because I don't need you going and saying what Miss Butler did on the weekend. But when you over at the high school, you can follow me on mine. So I was just telling my best friend, I was like, I just had to mute one of the damn little girls that just followed me on her notes. Just inappropriate. I'm like, girl, I can't. Because you just talking and it's just too grown. You know, and if your parents knew, and granted, I mean, you know, we're of that generation where we were all on social media one time and was talking crazy as hell when we was on social media too. But
sure.
it's just now to see it. Yeah, it's just now to actually see it and witness it.
As an adult?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's like, damn. And, you know, they look at me as like auntie, so I'm really like the cool. Like, I mean, she started, she ain't gonna say shit. But it's just kind of like, okay, at the end of the day, you know, still an adult and you still a kid. And you kind of talking in that space is making me uncomfortable. It's hell. So I had to mute her because I just didn't want to see it no more. But yeah, it's cool. Like I said,
no rants in the car? No rants? No nothing?
No what?
No rants? No car rants?
No car rants. No car rants. You know, we're you know, I'm on my best behavior right now. I'm hoping that it stays this way.
Okay.
Because
unknown caller.
I've been getting tested.
I saw you talking about a guy in your neighborhood.
Yeah. It's
that
funny.
Was married or something like that?
Right.
Did you ever see him again?
I see him all the time.
How was the conversation?
I'm lost.
It's
What's
no
going
conversation. So one night I was coming home from this little bar or whatever, and it might have been like 10:30, 11 o'clock. And you know, I was backing into my parking spot, and it was this guy walking the dog. So, you know, I got out, and typically sometimes I wait for people to pass me because I don't be knowing what folks be on. Mm-hmm. But I was just ready to get in the house. So I got out the car and he was like, hey, excuse me, what's your name? So I'm like, hey, it's Ashley, what's yours? And granted, I've been in my neighborhood for a long ass time, so I knew I had never seen him before, but I didn't know if he was a boyfriend walking his girlfriend dog. I didn't know. So I was like, do you stay here? He was like, yeah, I'm new here. I just moved, you know, this week. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So, you know, we chatted for a little minute and we ended up exchanging numbers. So the next day, I get up and he had texted me his number, or he texted me his name, and then he had said like good morning or something like that. So, you know, I texted him back, and took him a little minute to text back or whatever. I went out about my day, and probably like 3-4 o'clock that afternoon, he hit me. He was like, hey, you know, I just kind of want to just keep it a buck with you. I'm married.
What kind of dog did he have?
It's a big ass dog.
Oh, okay.
It was. So that's what kind of threw me, because I'm like, usually women don't have big dogs, but
you got a King Corso.
yeah, you're like, you'll find some women that like big dogs, but yeah, literally the man was married, and then I didn't give an update, which was funny because then maybe like 2-3 weeks after that, I seen him, the wife, and the baby.
Oh, sheesh.
We had a newborn.
Nigga kept it half a buck.
Like, you're right. I'm like, nigga, you'd have really kind of cut up for real. Like, there was no reason of you even getting my number. I literally put LMAO. Like, you got to be kidding me. Because what you waste my time for?
You just want to see if you still had it.
Like, that's clearly what it was. He was like, you know, I'm from Alabama.
Putting those shots in the gym, man.
Third. Yeah, it was clear that he just wanted to see if he still had it.
Yep.
You know what? I be forgetting the reach of the podcast sometimes. I'm sorry I even brought that up.
It's okay.
She might follow the podcast. She like, that's my man.
She wouldn't know.
We about to get somebody in trouble.
She see you walking down the street, it's on site.
We just had a baby. Wait.
What the fuck?
What is this shit she talking about? I see
it. Yeah. Like, shit was crazy. I was just kind of like, damn, nigga, like.
Sylvester?
Why did you go with that name?
I don't know.
And Sylvester is kind of crazy.
Sylvester is like the most craziest name.
Sylvester, come in. You know this girl. I see her down the neighborhood.
No, but see, I typically, you know, I move kind of in and out. I don't really be out in the neighborhood. That's the reason why I don't walk the neighborhood like that either, because...
Okay.
You don't got no pets yourself? Oh, okay.
So I literally get in and I get out.
Okay. Alex, how was your week, bro?
It was good.
Come on, man. You went home?
I went home.
You got some cutty?
Nah.
Oh, man. Damn.
Nah.
Brother, stop saying you went home, bro.
I went home.
You went to visit
I went home.
Maryland.
Nigga said, this home now. This nigga said, this is your kingdom
This is your home now. You ain't go to Haiti.
Like, the nigga ain't blink either. He dead ass.
I went home.
Crazy. No, you went to go visit Maryland, bro. How was Maryland?
Home was great, you know. Home is where the heart is, my brother.
Oh my god! So okay, what? So
now it was a good time, but I feel like, and I said this in my story, where every time I go home, it's like work, like OD, because there's so many different people that you gotta connect with, and then obviously my CEO and everybody's based there, so you don't get the rest. So I was burnt out by Saturday.
But when you go home, do you have to connect with these people?
Type.
You don't have to.
You know? I'm trying to learn that balance, though. But in my mind, because it's only been a year since I've been gone.
Oh, yeah.
It still feels like, all right, let me tap in with as many people as I can.
I got 2 ways I look at
fishing.
That. You went fishing?
Nigga, I'm allergic to fish. Nigga got...
The live fish? Are you allergic to cooked fish? Or like, how can you be allergic to a live fish?
I don't know. Listen.
Is the animal? Because people are allergic to dogs, right?
I'm allergic to fish. I can't eat fish, right? Nigga invite me fishing. I caught 1 fish. I sat my ass down the entire time. I had to catch content. That was the only reason why I was there.
But did you sneeze when you caught the fish? How does it work?
It's only when I eat it.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, people get around dogs, but they don't eat dogs. How does it work when you're around a live fish?
Shit was terrible, though. But I felt nauseous because of the scent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not around fish often. I was like, that shit was terrible. But I caught
you break
one.
out in hives? Like, how does it work?
Mm-hmm. When I eat it. Break out the hives.
Why would you even go? Like, if I'm allergic to fish, I'm not going to catch fish.
Gotta do it for the job, bro. The CEO was like, "Yo, can you pull up?" I was like,
you could have said I'm allergic to fish, my nigga. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have fired you for that. Like,
I wasn't thinking at that time, bro.
Yo, we do
What time did you go fishing?
What about, huh?
What time did you go fishing?
Bro, they pissed
early
me
as hell, wasn't it?
Fuck off, bro.
Yeah, it'd be early when you gotta go fishing.
Bro, I had to leave my house at 5:30 to drive to the Chesapeake Bay. I never crossed the Bay Bridge ever.
And that bridge high as hell.
Have y'all crossed the Bay Bridge? No, y'all.
Yeah,
boy.
Yeah, that's the one that go up too. That lift up.
If go all the way around, bro. I was like, yeah, nah, that's right here different.
Them bridges go up when the boats come too.
You look down.
So
yeah.
Bro, we do anything for a job that I can't say this. Damn.
No, you can.
Outside of Alex, it's like people do anything for a job that ain't going to do anything back for you. Like, you risk your life for a job. Yeah. The moment you miss a day, they fire you. You could be the employee of the month,
nigga.
1 month, the next month they fired. They give you 2 weeks.
It's based on a true story.
What happened?
It's based on a true story, bro.
Hey, yo, what happened? I just was lit. Everything was good a week ago. Like,
drop your ass like nothing.
Block.
Yeah, that's
damn,
true.
bro. Like, Now, Father's Day.
What time y'all get done?
Huh?
What time y'all get done?
6.
Man, I told you that joint pissed me off.
Like 10?
10 p.m.?
No, a.m.
No.
Like 5.
Brian get home till like 3, 4 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was
Don't take me fishing. No, I just said
I'll go fishing, man. I'm gonna be up there.
Nah, but see, this how they set us up.
Of them things.
Let me tell you how you set us up. So I'm thinking.
You gotta be careful.
I'm thinking. Yeah. Don't worry, Dylan. If this get too crazy, just.
All right, Dylan. I try not to say nothing like that. I don't want Dylan to catch because then he might be holding me ransom one day.
Oh yeah.
There he go. Oh, I got that clip.
Yeah. You want me to put it out?
Nah, but I'm thinking that he got the whole boat. You know what I'm saying, for us.
Okay. A big boat or small boat?
I don't know what type of boat it was.
You know if it's big or small.
I'm thinking. Whoa. What we talking about?
The boat? Was it a big boat or a small boat?
But nah, so I'm just thinking. He said it's 12 people. I'm like, all right, you got a personal boat?
Okay.
No, this was a group fishing expedition with the aunties, the uncles. Niggas is showing me how to fish. I'm like, bro, I don't want to fish. I just want to capture content. Nigga was like, what, you scared? I said, nah, I got to fish. You know what I'm saying? Put me to the test.
No, I'm allergic.
What happens when you eat fish, though?
I break out in the house. I get real nauseous, throw up. It's real
He
bad.
can risk his life. He put his life on the line.
Content look good, though.
If he was going to say, bro, eat the fresh salmon. You never had fresh salmon like that, fresh out the water? What, you scared?
You got to draw a line somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
You should have been draw the line.
Nah, bro.
The line was a little too late.
Nah.
Crazy.
Bro, speaking of lines, bro, I need my barber need to stop playing, bro. Give me a lineup, bro. I hate when I call my barber and he be out of town. Like, who told you could be out of town?
I don't know who your barber is, but he be getting you together.
He be getting. First, let me tell you, like, this is a clip if you want it, nigga. I ain't clipping it for you. You can do it if you see it. Let me tell you about my barber, bro. So I had a barber, right?
First of all, how did you find a barber out here? What was that like?
He found him.
No, I found him at first, right? I found him at first on the app, right? But let me tell you, we're in Atlanta. So we start off at like $60, right? Cool. Not bad. Or $65, something like that. Then nigga say, yo, I'm just letting everybody know, letting the clients know I'm going up to $80.
Damn.
Okay, I might can't get cut every week now. Cool. Make a sacrifice. Not too long after, he like, just letting everybody know I'm going up to $100. Yo, what the, bro, what's up with you?
We're in a recession.
Within a year?
Within a year.
We're in a recession.
He went up to 100. So I said, you know what? I'm going to holler at you later, bro. I appreciate you, but I'm going to have to go somewhere else. So
100 is crazy.
I go to another guy, right? He's good, but he's just not as consistent. Right? I'm trying to be careful.
Yeah.
So one time in his inconsistent days, posted on the ground, and I ain't hit a haircut, so it showed the flaws even worse, right?
Nah, the play-by-play was crazy.
So niggas is in the comments going crazy, like, damn, bro, look at your hairline. So he DM'd me the picture of the video, like, he put he sent me a meme with a basketball bouncing on the court. He said, bro, the ball in your court. I said, yo, he's shooting his shot at me. So I'm like, he's like, bro, we can go back to the original price.
Mm-hmm.
What, the 60?
Like, you damn right, nigga. I come to you every week. What you mean?
Damn.
Bro.
He hasn't missed a week since.
Haven't missed a week since, but this last week because the niggas out of town. Niggas want to be celebrities. That's why I don't like lip barbers, bro. I don't fuck with lip barbers, bro. If you're a barber that got too much motion, bro, don't even come. I got triggered. That shit really it get me upset, bro. Because now it goes from texting, so I got to go to this stupid ass app. Like, why can't it just be normal?
So how long you been going to him?
Off and on like a year.
It might be your fault then.
What?
It might be your fault because if you posting your clips in your podcast and you got a fresh cut, niggas might have found out who he was as to why now he got to go out of town.
So he's supposed to gatekeep? This is what you telling
Slick.
me?
The barber, yeah,
Slick.
for sure.
You damn sure need
He
to.
ain't got to gatekeep. Somebody might have. People can find whatever they want to know.
Nah, facts. Nowadays, you could probably just take a screenshot of the video, put it in Google Calendar,
And it'll come up.
It'll come up.
Especially if he took a picture. If he took a picture of your haircut after you did it.
Yeah.
Drip the bar. Oh, cut that out.
See,
Now we done dropped it now.
Yeah.
Free promo.
you can't even give a nigga little barber money no more to get that haircut because $100 crazy.
Yeah.
Here, boo, this is for the day. Just want to let you get your haircut.
Just go get shit.
You ever pay for a dude's haircut?
I have, but $100.
Shorty give me $40 like this for your haircut. And you want to be appreciative. You don't want to say,
But it's like when the haircuts become so damn expensive.
They be crazy.
And a little 40 ball, a little 50 used to be enough. And your nigga coming back looking dripped after the errands he had to run. But $100?
and I know niggas always want to joke.
Especially if you a nigga to get your haircut every week. That's crazy.
Let me tell you these. Let me tell you, because I'm on to you niggas. Everybody want to keep making fun of the enhancements.
Oh, yeah, no. Enhance me.
And you feel me?
Enhance
me, please.
Please.
You heard me.
Wait a minute, hello. Wait. What aspect of the enhancement are we speaking of? Not the toupee shit.
No.
Oh, no, I don't need that.
Oh,
no, I'm good.
Just had to make sure that's what y'all was
good. No,
now that's an enhancement.
No, give me the black.
That is really.
Get me right.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Just long as it ain't too crazy.
You enhance the beard?
Yeah.
No, they had that.
I need the enhancement. So
Enhancement is just a dye. That they just, you know what I'm
saying, give me a little extra black.
I thought y'all was talking about the toupee.
So my thing is,
the little
my
male
thing is,
unit.
the $50 won't even get you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get you the not even a regular
The
cut.
starter pack.
You feel me? So shorty send you $40. That's for your haircut, baby. I need you to come harder because, baby, thank you.
Who
but,
y'all go to?
My barber.
Bro, my barber do enhancements and he only charging me $25. Now, granted, it's just my
You
beard.
ain't got no hair.
But I got the same amount of hair on my beard as you have on your head.
You don't.
I do.
Okay.
If you take these out individually, nigga, and lay it down, it's gonna be the same amount.
Nah, bro. I got some good ass hair.
Bro, the enhancements is going where though? Just over the line, right?
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
I'm just saying, bro. My haircut, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like. So
How
you
much-
cost $25 for your beard?
Yes.
My haircuts be like $65.
I cheated on my barber one time, bro.
65 not too bad.
Yeah,
No, that's
not too
wild.
bad.
That's still kind of crazy, but
I would just teach myself how to cut my own hair.
man,
65 every week. That's when it get crazy.
No, that's crazy. That's,
yeah, you're not doing it every week, are you?
Yeah, I got
he
you.
is because he's a
I got you.
It's
I ain't gonna lie. The internet got to me.
you're a baddie. You gotta do
Nah, the
that.
internet got to me. You get to recording these videos. Niggas don't play on them comments, boy. Even at first it was just YouTube. At first it was just YouTube going crazy. I don't check them comments like that.
Mm-hmm.
Get a little bit more followers. Niggas get bolder and bolder. Niggas be in my comments like, you ain't shit, nigga. I heard what he did to it. They just bring up personal shit.
How y'all even know that, nigga? Like, who telling? Like, who in the camp is leaking shit?
Your haircut ain't shit. Like, they just talking hat crazy. I'm like, nigga, you in fucking Wisconsin somewhere. You lucky. But whatever.
I heard this nigga cheat on his barber, but I heard this nigga cheat on this one. That's crazy.
Oh, I wasn't talking about. My bad.
Oh no, I cheated
Please.
on my barber, bro. I went. Shout out to
You gonna say his name?
Yeah, man, because it wasn't really
Wow.
his mistake, man. My nigga Chop God, shout out to Chop God. He be doing a lot of football players and shit. But he lived like, so my barber now, he's like 30 minutes. Chop guy like 10 minutes away. You know, so I'm going over there. He was like, oh, I see you get the enhancement. He's like, I got this one enhancement. It's going to last for like 3 months. I'm like, well, shit, don't use Beijing, bro, because I'm allergic to Beijing. He's like, no, it ain't Beijing. It's some other shit, bro. I done did my research. Like, you cool, bro. He do the enhancement, bro. Crispy. I mean, it's just next day. I'm like, my shit kind of itching. Later that day, the whole like shit was like red.
Sheesh.
Next day, I'm in the ER.
Oh, what? Nigga said I'm in the ER.
Nigga, I swear to you, nigga, I had to get an oxygen tank, bro, because like my throat started closing up, bro.
What, it had Beijing in there, something?
It must have had
Whatever
something
the
in it.
ingredient that's in Beijing
Was in there.
It must be in
I
there.
would never
bro.
got no enhancement after that ever again.
I just know what I can use and what I can't use, bro. I told that nigga that shit, bro. Whole time I'm thinking he gonna refund me.
Give your little money back.
I'm sorry, bro.
Nah, man. My
Come
shit
back,
fucked
I'll
up.
give you a cup for free, maybe a discount.
Oh, I never went back.
I'm never going back to you ever again.
Nah.
Well,
He the
man.
homie, though.
Crazy.
He the homie, though.
I appreciate y'all pulling up, man. Father's Day was good for me.
I was going to ask,
yeah,
how was
man,
yours,
man,
Jay?
how was it, man?
Yeah, it was good, man. I got a grill.
Okay.
What?
Let me tell y'all something. First of all, I ain't playing with these women down south, bro.
Explain.
I go to Home Depot to get a grill, right? So I say, I feel like I'm like, I should get a charcoal grill, right? Shorty say, of course, what other grill would you get? I said, oh, my bad. Right? So cool. But I do my research. I'm like, I don't want no charcoal grill. I want to get a gas grill, right? So I go get a gas grill. So I go back to Home Depot. A different lady. She say, yeah. So I'm asking about the grill. She's like, this one is better from the reviews and things like that. She get this one. She say, you have any grill supplies at home? I said, no. She said, oh. She looked at me like she was sick. I'm like, yo. Disgusted. I'm like, I'm not a man. Like, she made me feel like less than a man. I'm like, give me the motherfucking grill supplies. Do your job, right? So
Give me all of them now.
Right. So now I get the grill supplies, right? This other chick, like, I'm looking at this, mind you, this is all in one day. I'm looking at this, like, cabana thing. So I'm like, no, I had to get the box, my bad. I had to get the box because I couldn't get the display tables. I'm getting tables and stuff. So I get the box. I'm like, I could just push it to the kiosk. She like, no, just lift it up and put it in a cart. You can do that, can't you? I said, yo.
Oh, she testing your gangster.
Yo.
Was the same lady?
No, it's somebody else. It's 3 different women. I'm like, I see how y'all playing at
I'm
Home
going to
Depot.
Lowe's next time.
Let me stop playing now.
Going to Lowe's next time.
Y'all lift your ass up, girl. Don't play with me. You play with me all you want. It get crazy in here. I'm gonna show you what I can lift. Hey.
So you got a propane tank?
Yeah, I got a propane tank. Yeah, but so the grill, I love the grill. I'm gonna tell you why. I feel like this is gonna take me over the top of staying in the house. I've been trying to be on ice, but I've been failing miserably because I've been going out. I've been going out. And I know it ain't the girls, it's me.
Yeah, accountability.
It ain't the girls, bro, because the dates, it just get worse and worse. But it be me, because I be wanting to do everything. It don't even be them. I ain't even gonna lie, I be wanting to do all 3 in the same day. I need to go
You want to do all 3?
bowling,
Oh,
and
okay.
to the after spot.
Where your mind go?
No, I thought he was saying he wanted to date all 3 girls in one day. I wasn't talking about that.
I heard he wanted to do all 3. I thought you meant all 3 of the women.
Oh no. So I think the grill. So honestly, I'm happy about the grill. I think the grills. I'm gonna have like cookouts here every other week now.
Not every other week.
Nah, for sure.
See, you have to like, the only thing about when it becomes summer in the South, I be grilled out too damn fast. Like niggas start grilling fucking end of April, and we not done until the end of September. So it'd be like,
you don't even have to. You don't have to eat the food.
I do though. I love the food. But it's just like, it be too much. Like, it be, we can do a little cute little Juneteenth, cute little 4th of July, maybe a cute little Memorial Day. But goddamn, niggas be like, hey, I mean, you can just come over. We on the grill today. What's it called? Little man graduated yesterday we on the grill tonight. It be, niggas just get on the grill just to grill.
But that's why you gotta switch it up. I ain't inviting the same people every week. I got my friend group from here, and then, you know what I'm saying? I got 4 different friend groups.
See.
So by the time I invite you again, it's a month. You know what I'm saying? So I get you over once a month. I might have our homies over, and now I'm in the house all weekend, every week. I hate weekends, bro. Everybody know
That's
me.
where you want to do something?
Yes.
Yeah.
I spend money on weekends. I love Mondays. That's when we make money.
Yeah.
I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a creative.
Yeah.
Friday come, I ain't got nothing to do.
Yep.
I go outside. I'm at a little bar.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm at another bar. I'm at the hookah spot. I done spent all the money I made on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Got this grill. And I'm gonna have divisions of friends. Cool. These my little creative friends. These my close friends. These my homies. These the people I want to build with. These the workers.
You gotta have them bring something.
Nah, we got hookah at home. We got bottle service at home.
See, now hookah, when you got the hookah at the house.
5 of them in here.
Got bottle service
It's
right
a
here.
hookah
You know what I'm
house in
saying?
here.
That hookah run you through the blender.
Call a house of hookah.
Shit is crazy.
Hey, J House of hookah. I got a juicer too. You want some fresh juice?
See?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can get, matter of fact, I invest. And one thing I will do, I invest. I get a little, you want a smoothie?
Acai bowl.
Acai.
We getting creative now.
I'm gonna make one-stop shop. J House, you heard. I ain't gotta go outside. I ain't gotta worry about running into these young niggas. Young niggas is killing niggas nowadays. I ain't gotta worry about the young niggas in their hoodies in 90-degree weather. I'm at home in the
Crazy.
AC.
In the black hoodie in 90-degree weather. You are dangerous.
Yeah, so, but I did want to, I had some fun. Wanted to talk to y'all about a serious topic. Make a little shift real quick. I got somebody I wanted to call. I wanted to have a conversation around, this is crazy how this is about to shift.
Not really though.
I wanted to have a conversation around semen retention. And I wanted to, because I'm big on, I promote masturbation.
You promote it?
Yes, for sure. I think these niggas need to beat that dick.
Like that.
For
I'm
sure.
trying to figure out how do you promote it.
So I think people need to masturbate because I feel like me and Janice had this conversation, and I feel like a horny man is a weak man. There's been times where I've been horny and I don't think straight.
Oh yeah.
Right? And I do think that
Get that monkey off your back.
yeah, post-nut clarity is real. Right? Not for sure, not for real. So I think every man should wake up in the morning. It don't have to be every day. But sometimes you be horny at some days and other days. Beat your dick, my man. Before you go out to a party, beat your dick. Because you get horny, you don't make the right decisions. Now you over some chick house, you had a couple drinks, now you a little bit too aggressive. You beat your dick, you become powerful. You get your power back. Now, you know what I'm saying, unless you're just a creep. I ain't talking to the creeps. I'm talking to the people that's pretty stable. Because I understand that it can be an addiction. People watch porn all day, beating their dick all. I ain't talking about them. So
All day.
yeah, I've heard stories. I'm talking about the people that's pretty
Regular.
right? You know what I'm saying?
Be careful with the regular word, too.
Yeah, oh my God. But I ain't got the, listen, I'm not gonna lie, I ain't got the education and vocabulary to be too clean. I can just tell you, and y'all gotta hear my heart. And if you don't, counsel me, because you get more followers being canceled anyway. Yeah. Whatever. So, it just is what it is. So, not for real. So, I do think that young men need to beat that dick more. But I've been hearing a lot about semen retention. I don't really like that because I'm all about the easiest path to resistance. Right? Am I saying? Yeah. Easiest path to success, like with the least resistance, right? Mm-hmm. And I feel like semen retention, you're still withdrawing something. So you still like, some people have that fear of missing out. Like some people want to do it and they can't control themselves. And I'm not giving nobody an excuse to do something weird, but it's like, why put your body through that when you could just masturbate, get it out the way, and now you can live healthier in a sexual manner. I was curious what y'all think. I'm gonna call somebody that practices it and talk to them, but I just want to know what y'all think.
They practice semen retention.
Yeah. But they like well versed in it, in the conversation. Have you ever did it? Have you ever practiced it?
No, I don't. I think like jacking off is kind of like a regular routine.
Regular?
Like regular enough, you know what I mean? Like I feel like it's 7 days in a week. 5 days of the week, I'm gonna make a protein shake.
Oh, you ain't the regular niggas I always talking about.
No. 5 days of the week, I'm gonna do a protein shake, and then maybe I might slap off maybe like 3 times a week, maybe.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
It's not crazy, but that's like I'm just giving like an average amount though. But it's also just like
so it could be 5 times.
It could be.
Depending on the week.
It depends on the week. You know what I mean? But
I don't think I ever went that crazy.
But when did semen retention become something that like was a thing? You know what I mean? I feel like that just came around.
It came around when we started talking mental health and all that.
No, I mean, it's been around for a while.
Like, I mean, what, 5 years though?
No, not in our culture, but like, you know,
it came around
monks and
when we started talking about mental health.
Nuns.
Yeah, like they practice things of that nature for years.
Yeah, you know, I feel like there's a lot of reasons why guys, you know, probably.
Have you ever practiced it?
I mean, not intentionally. Like, it was just like I wasn't having sex, but then I wasn't watching porn or nothing like that.
How was that time for you when you did that?
Like, I was clear-minded, though. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, it was. I remember reading Think and Grow Rich, and it was kind of talking about like the power of sex transmutation, and I think that was kind of part of the reason why I started going down that journey. But it was talking about how the most energy that you get is your natural sexual energy. It was like if you can retain that sexual energy, like you're more clear-minded, you're able to move forward and start projects, but then also finish it. But it also had a very important point that talked about why most men don't become successful until their late 40s or 50s is because when you're young, you fucking off. You know what I'm saying? Like, you having a blast, you out here partying, but like you tend to slow down your sexual life when you're in your 40s and 50s because it's like, all right, I done got that out the way. So essentially what it was trying to draw the parallel to is just, again, they call it universal intelligence in the book, but it's like you get closer to God or universal intelligence, as the book called it, as you maintain that energy. So I ain't gonna lie to you, though. It did help a little bit. But I do understand on the latter, though, because there's sometimes that I do think that I made some stupid-ass decisions because I was horny.
I mean, for sure, but you don't think that do you not be horny after you beat your dick? Like, do you still be horny? I don't.
No, I don't. Yeah, no.
Like, I'm good after that.
But even then, it'd be like, all right, I might have some shit I got to do, and then I might beat my dick, but I'm still able to get done what I needed to do anyway, though.
That's what I'm saying.
So I don't see how, like.
Wait, have you ever dealt with a guy that practiced semen retention? Or have you ever, like, heard of it? Or
Yeah, I know about semen retention, but no, I have.
Because a lot of women, I be hearing women like, I need to start doing that. And I'm like.
No, I like nut videos, so.
I think that was crazy.
I don't really, but I know I have quite a few friends that have practiced the semen retention thing.
And what they say?
So, I mean, I've heard like burst stories. I've heard like the ones like where he said like, you're more clear, you're more goal oriented. You're not so sexually like the wind blow and your dick hard. Like it's not given that. It's given like, okay, I'm super focused on whatever my goal is. And then I know people who have like did it unintentionally, like they money was down. They was, you know, and for lack of better terms, on they dick like really bad with money. And they just didn't have a desire to want to have sex until they got their money back to where they needed to get it to. But yeah, I've never known. I don't think I haven't heard necessarily good reviews on it. I mean, I think people do it just to kind of see if they can get themselves out of just being so sexually wrapped.
All right, so I'm gonna call this guy real quick. I want to see.
That is true though. Is my money funny?
Yeah, you don't want no sex. I think I operate like that as a woman. So.
If I'm broke, no strokes.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Niggas said
I thought about that before, and I feel like niggas be lying.
No,
because your money be funny.
Now it's different. It's different tiers of niggas though. Like some niggas who really like trying to get to that bag. You not focus on no ass if you really down bad.
But I'm gonna be real with you though. I don't know about y'all. For me, it's like, I don't want to say it's the opposite, but it's like I'm two extremes. Because if I'm getting to the money,
yeah,
I don't want to have sex. I ain't want. That's the last thing I'm thinking about. Yo, you know how it's like I don't want to say getting a lot of likes on it. It's like something good happened. You wanted to continue. It's that dopamine effect. Mm-hmm. So you get a bag and it's like, I just made 10. Oh, all I gotta do is this again and make 20. I'm on it. So like when I'm up, I ain't worrying about, nigga, the last thing I'm worrying about is a chick and what she trying to do, because now I know I gotta date you, I gotta court you, now I'm spending the money that I could be making. Nah, when I'm on my dick, I got more time to think, I'm bored, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got shit going for myself. Hey, where the hoes at? You feel me? Like, come here, pull up, let's do something.
But to that point, though, that dopamine effect, like, because that's essentially what you're getting from sex or masturbation is that dopamine effect. So you're getting it in another way. So it's like, all right, bet I'm still getting that dopamine from chasing this success. Yeah. So you're just getting it in a different way.
So I'm gonna call this guy, right? His name is Docs. Hopefully he's still.
Docs.
What is that? Is that something wrong with that name? Let me turn this up.
No.
Let's see. Right bottom here it is. Let's see. Matter of fact, let me test this speaker out. We good. I just called it.
I don't even know.
I try to be funny all the time. Maybe I should text him first and say, "Hey, this is Jay."
Oh, this first time.
Let me text him first. Yeah.
No.
Let me text him.
I think also women be wanting niggas to do semen retention because they know niggas is watching porn. And with that, niggas is watching shit that's not really transferable to the bedroom with all type of women.
Yeah, that's a fact. But even that, like, even to like Ashley's point, again, I don't even understand. I mean, I understand where people go wrong or why people don't like porn, but I don't watch. Like,
you go off of like memory.
No, I don't watch intercourse porn.
What?
Like, I don't watch girls having sex with men. I only watch solo videos. So like, I don't think that's so. In my mind, it's like I'm not looking at no. I'm not. I don't
You just watch
no,
like girls playing with themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. So like.
Yeah, you gotta go to therapy.
Huh?
That's kind of wild.
That's the best porn to watch.
I mean, yeah.
I don't want to watch no man and I don't care about that. I love when a girl can please herself. Like, that's fire.
I mean, I guess. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. So because I don't watch,
everybody got their own little,
yeah, so
little king.
No pun intended. So different strokes.
That's the name of this episode.
I like that. That's good. All right, so I was saying because I don't watch that type of porn, I'm not overly sexual when it comes to like having sex with women. Like, I don't want them to do nothing. Like, I'm not asking for nothing crazy. I'm still normal. Like, I'm regular. You know what I'm saying?
You have to be careful with that too, though. Like you said, people trying to fulfill a.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, because real. I'm not watching that.
Yeah.
I'm not watching that type of porn.
Right.
I don't have no thought. If anything, I've learned more recently that I'm not a freak. I had to come to terms with myself.
Oh.
I had to come to terms with myself because I used to always walk around like, okay, girl, I'm a freak. I'm not.
Oh, yeah,
There's some freaky niggas out here, and I'm not one of them. I'm just saying, it's some freaky niggas out here.
Very true.
And I'm not one of them. I'm just a horny nigga. And honestly, in that, not even as much as I thought I was, because I don't be wanting to fuck. Give me a break. No, I don't want to go round 2 and 3. Give me a second. No, I don't want to go every day. Relax. Like, no. So, I think I'm doing pretty well in that category. Mm-hmm. So, and I watch solo porn. So when people be like, man, it's the devil, you shouldn't do this and that, I don't understand. So I'm going to call him again. I'll just text him. We're going to try this one more time. And if it don't go through, then oh well for our professional. Yo, can I get some more sangria? It's hot as hell down here. Shit, I need an air conditioner.
You might need to get your little fan.
I do. I got one. Can you pass that to me? Appreciate you, brother.
What if he answers the phone like, I can't answer your question because I just broke my, I couldn't help it.
That's why, bro.
That's why I didn't answer the phone.
The first time, bro, I was, listen, man, I know we talking about, but I had a change of heart, bro. I'm human. Oh, man.
Please leave your message for not.
I think he's gonna call back and then. Facts. I'm trying to be patient with it. So I remember Alex when Alex first said he didn't want to have sex anymore. I thought he was,
Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You just cut off
Wait a
sentence and didn't leave.
How did I end up?
Huh? Why my birthday?
The first time Alex said he would have said, I just thought he was.
Wait a minute.
Why gotta be in June?
Having a birthday in June is crazy.
It went over your head. Alex ain't catch on.
Yes, okay, man.
That's all right.
That might be another reason why that was a crazy transition. But
What?
maybe another reason why men do masturbate is because they might have a girl that they with who ain't gonna fulfill. I had a chick.
Though.
Wait, what?
I had a chick I was dating from Florida, bro.
What's her name?
Crazy. I mean,
what's her
just
Instagram
insane.
handle?
I forgot. She was just crazy. Like, it was like literally like on some like, yo, whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? She wasn't a good woman for me all around.
Was she a Scorpio?
But that aspect, no, she was a
Hold it.
damn.
I mean, Scorpio is
Just saying.
She might be like a Cancer or some shit.
Oh God.
I think her birthday was in like July. But it was just wild. Like, it's just wild. Whatever you want, like whenever you want, it was just wild. So then you get with somebody though who ain't on that type of time.
you miss it.
To an extent.
The wildest experience I've ever had in my life, bro. I remember dealing with a chick. I had to put this on Patreon. Block this up. I was dealing with a chick, right? And I'm like, man, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I got up to go to the bathroom. She's like, you gotta pee? I said, yeah. She was like,
Oh hell!
Hey, no, hey.
And at that moment, this became a Patreon exclusive.
and that's when I knew I just wasn't with them. Like, she opened her mouth like,
It's a thing though.
No, it is. The girl from Florida, bro. I was like, yo, like, bro.
And
I
I'm
was
not
looking
understanding that.
I mean, it's. I don't know from y'all, though, like a woman's standpoint, but
From a nigga that's
tried it?
powerful.
nigga, what?
you say yeah?
Yeah. Yes, I have. Yeah, this nigga fumbling over shit. Nigga trying to Google the name.
He said, like, I need to know, like,
what's the name?
golden showers.
Nigga going through my followers right now. Like, where she at?
You said Florida?
Florida. No, that shit is a thing, bro. Like, I used to drive out there, bro.
Damn.
Just to pee in her mouth.
No, but I mean, we was dating. Like, that was, you know what I mean?
Unknown
I don't know if
caller.
I could, like, if you went to too many freaks,
It wasn't like it
How do you
just
come
pee
back
on
from
me,
that,
not pee in.
All right, hold on.
Yeah,
This
no,
is
just
not
on me.
right.
But I also was,
Yeah. Hello?
We'll come back to this
What up?
conversation.
What up, bro?
I'm not done with this.
in it.
Yeah.
This,
Sure with you.
this Jay Hill, bro. You on a podcast, you live, just let you know.
Okay, no worries.
All right, so this is Docs, everybody. So as you guys know, I was on Instagram. I was like, man, I'm looking for somebody who practice semen retention or who's into it and can speak on it, because I really can't speak on it. Me, myself, you know, like I promote to the youngins to masturbate. That's what I think. A lot of people be like, man, nah, man, semen retention is the way to go. And I was curious, I had a question. I'm like, is masturbation a form of control, or is it just a quick fix? And I'm wondering what you think.
Yeah, I mean, it can still keep you out of a lot of, not curse?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it still keep you out of a lot of shit as a man, first and foremost. So if you're not with these women in different ways, do what you got to do, masturbate. But you do got to account for the energy expenditure every time you masturbate. I always recommend this book to my brothers who try and get into it. It's a book called Cultivating Male Sexual Energy. It's by this dude named Montauk Chia. He also got one for women called Cultivating Female Sexual Energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in the book, it's mad information in it. Y'all could download it for free. My brothers ain't got money to spend on the book. Type in free PDF, it'll come right up. But there's a certain part in the book where he says the average man is going to ejaculate about 5,000 times in his life, right? I'm assuming most of the people on your podcast, if it's all men right now, we probably all black or brown.
Mm-hmm.
With us, it's a certain level of swag and energy and aura where 5,000 ain't enough for most of us. Most of us gonna go through our life cycle 10, 15,000 nuts. You know what I'm saying? Before we check out. Will Chamberlain said, nigga, I had sex with 20,000 women. So for most of us, we got to double or triple those numbers. But average man, 5,000 ejaculations. Every time we ejaculate, whether it's sex or masturbation, it's about 150 to 300 million sperm that's released, right? Any of those sperm hit the egg the right way, it got the atomic force to co-create a life, right? And I discovered the power of semen retention. I was on my own year of celibacy. When I started that year, kidney issues, a nigga was blind in my left eye, flat broke, heartbroken from a relationship I had just got out of for like 13 years. I didn't know what the fuck I was going to do with my life. And about 4 months into that year that I did, including no masturbation, all of a sudden my kidney numbers started to improve. All of a sudden my vision started to come back. All of a sudden I started to get these downloads on what I was supposed to do with my life, which the past 8 years I've been doing that. I ain't had no clue what the fuck I was supposed to be doing with this shit. I'm saying that to say that the same energy that we give to these women we don't even care about just for a nut, the same energy that we expend when we masturbate, that was the same energy I needed to heal my body. That was the same energy I needed to be able to get my abundance in order to be a man of valor and value, to be able to attract a now wife, a soulmate, to have a son, a tribe, an audience. I've been working for myself for the past 8 years from a place where I had nothing going for myself. Other things was required, but semen retention was a huge part of that shit. So we got to kind of look at it as energetic expenditures like banking. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand however many nuts you want to release per week, per month, that's going to retract energy you need from other things in different ways. So hopefully that answers your question.
No, I think that's a great answer. And I mean, I guess that was another way to look at it, because I wasn't even looking at the health aspect of it. I was more so looking at it from a self-control aspect when it comes to, you know, like, because a lot of men get in trouble when it comes to dealing with women. They overly horny. And, you know, we said this before on the podcast, like a horny man is a weak man. So I'm saying, I always say I want the path of least resistance. So it's like, why put yourself through that when you could just, and I'm not, because I know some people have problems with masturbation. I'm saying for the average person who might not have any problems, they're not addicted to porn and things like that. I'm like, yo, for the average guy, just go ahead and masturbate in the morning or whatever, get it out the way so you can just then go through your life with a clear mind. But when you talk about the health aspect of it, that's a whole different perspective I've never even thought about.
But it's still factoring in what you're talking about as far as the willpower and not being a slave to dopamine, because that's really what we're talking about. It ain't even the nut. It's the sensation and the dopamine released every time you nut. And your mind hardwires, no pun intended, but your mind hardwires your consciousness towards whatever is going to give you the most dopamine. I have these conversations with my son about not consuming too much candy, not having too much screen time. He understands dopamine at 7 years old. Most of us never got that lesson on how that shit functions. So it still comes back over into the willpower. If we can't control our dick, it's really not going to be any aspect of our life that we'll be able to maintain balance. You can have balance for a few months, few years with the women, with your finances, whatever it is. But ultimately, the thing we got to conquer is our dick before we can conquer the world. And even if the brothers is in relationships, there's a part in the book where they talk about the fact that, you know, a lot of men will hit a wall when they're in a relationship. They love their woman. They've been attracted for the past 2-3 years. The wandering out and decrease. But maybe year 3, maybe year 4, all of a sudden it's like, damn, it ain't really hitting like it used to. My wandering eyes increasing again. Like I feel like I want to venture out. The system is so intelligent that it knows every time we release that we are releasing some of our vital force that we need for other things. And it can get to a point, even in a relationship, if you're having sex with one woman, you're faithful, but it's too much, your system will start to release chemicals that can spark resentment, loss of attraction, right? Damn. Put you in positions where your system is trying to get you to stop, but it turns into now dissension with my lady in my relationship, loss of attraction. And we don't know why. Damn, I just hit this wall. I was just good last year. And now it ain't the same no more. Yes, our own system is trying to get us to realize it's too much expenditure.
Y'all got any questions?
Yeah, that was good. I do got a question. So, like, what does it look like? What does semen retention really look like? Is it like, okay, you go a year or you go a month? Right. What does it truly look like in practice?
Right. So for me, it was like a sense of urgency. Like I'm trying to heal my kidney. I'm trying to heal my vision. It was a real urgent situation for me. Now I'm at the point being married. Me and my wife still have about 3 periods a year where we don't have sex physically. You know what I'm saying? Last year we did 3. Our longest one was about 72 days. And we had like a 30-dayer and a 40-dayer. I'm not even advocating niggas that listen to this do all that. There's actually a chart that Montauk Chia puts out that based on your age bracket, he tells you how many times a week or per month that you should be ejaculating. So as you get older, your ejaculation should be less and less because it acquires even more of your energy when you get older because you got less to just dole out. You know what I'm saying? So if you anywhere between like 30 to 40 age bracket, it should be no more than 2 times a week, whether it's masturbation or sex. And the higher you go up, it should be a longer period of time. Niggas in their 40s, maybe 50s, maybe once a month, maybe once every 2 months. Bro, and when you think about it, a lot of men, especially black men, when we get into older age, our bodies break down really bad and really fast. We be cruising 30, 40 years old, and all of a sudden 50 come and you got prostate issues, kidney shit, liver shit. A lot of that is also due to the retroactive expenditures you've had that nobody ever told you. My nigga, you're going to pay for that. When you're about in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, you may be still living, but your quality of life will decrease. So it's charts devoted to this. It's information y'all can look up. but it also depends on how much you sleep, quality of your sleep, the quality of your diet, the type of relationship you got with women, how much your life feels fulfilling. It's a lot of other factors that go into it that's not one size fit all. But these are the things we got to start to think about as men.
You got a question?
That's right.
No, he answered it when he said it also depends on sleep, diet, exercise, and all that.
Yeah. And one more thing, real quick. One more thing. It also depends on how much we have expended. Like when I work with my brothers, when I counsel, I pretty much always ask them, if you had to average it out, right? Throughout your sexual history, how many times a week would you say you ejaculated on average? The average answer I get from men, and I work with mostly black men, but I work with men from all walks of life. Average answer is about 6 times per week.
Yeah,
I done heard niggas tell me, bro, that's already a lot. I done heard niggas tell me, bro, about 12 to 15 times a week.
12 to
you know what I'm saying? So you also got to factor in if you are. Yeah, you also got to factor in based on your sexual history. If you are already at a deeper level of depletion, then maybe a man I would say, once or twice a week. We got niggas out here that's been running through them and thought it was no consequence involved. So you got to factor that in as well.
Jeez, what would you? I guess you gave a lot of information. I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah, no worries.
What would you say like a big takeaway from this for I guess at the lowest level as somebody who might can't digest the information as much as quickly as you saying it? Like, what's something that you could say just base level to those people
that they could do or understand about semen retention?
Understand, and both. Some advice too.
All right. As far as understanding, and I often use this analogy too. Where y'all based at? Where's this happening at right now?
We're in Atlanta.
Y'all in Atlanta. All right. So I always use this analogy. Let's say a man and a woman is walking down like a New York City block. And y'all know the vibes, mad people on Manhattan blocks, right? A nigga walk past one block, 100 women. He feel like maybe 80 of those women is attractive, right? Even if he don't say nothing to any of them, a lot of those women is going to be walking through that nigga mind for the rest of the day. Like, damn, I should have hollered at one of those, right? And the woman could walk down that same New York City block. Let's say she thinks 20 men is attractive. If nobody says nothing to her, she's not carrying them niggas in her mind for the rest of the day. This is how much power feminine energy often has over us. And even if we're not fucking and releasing, just thinking about women, bro, it takes so much of our energy. So I realize now what niggas told me was freedom, which was running through a bunch of chicks and fucking as much as you can and having, a crazy rotation. That was slavery, my nigga. All the lies I had to keep in place, all the stress I had to go through, juggling all that bullshit, that was the real enslavement. Freedom for me now is to be able to be in a room full of dope-ass, beautiful women, which I always am, and not even having the compulsion to step outside my relationship. I could recognize a woman as physically beautiful, and I don't want her ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm good with my wife. That's the real freedom, to not have to juggle all this shit mentally, let alone what we do with our dick and what comes out of that. So for the man that may be thinking about this conversation, you're not going to really know until you experience it, the freedom that's on this side of things. Niggas may look at me as a square or a simp. I done had my time, my nigga, right? But on this side, this the most content and fulfilled I've ever felt in my life, just being with one woman and not being a slave to my dick.
That was good, bro. For the people that don't know, let them know.
Yeah, no doubt.
Tell me your Instagram and everything.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all having me here. Y'all can check me out. Brick City Buddha. That's Brick, BRICK _city, CITI _Buddha, BUDDHA. That's on Instagram, Facebook as well. I'm currently on tonight's conversation along with my brother Jay. We are doing a tour right now. Y'all can hit me up for one-on-one sessions. I also do relationship counseling. I do mindfulness mentoring for those that want to get deeper into meditation. We do retreats around the world. Mexico, we got Texas coming up. Hit me up. Also, the music is out. I got my single Daddy Issues out for the brothers that's going through that shit. As far as the arena being a single father, definitely check that out. I got 3 other singles album on the way. I appreciate y'all, man.
No problem, man. Happy belated Father's Day, too.
I appreciate you, beloved. Same to y'all.
My dog. Damn, Brick Buddha, a.k.a. the professional nut holder. I mean, joking. That was real though.
That was pretty deep.
That was.
I think we think when we hear semen retention, we think no nuts.
Yeah.
But I guess it does make sense on like retracting how much you are consuming on a day-to-day or a week-to-week basis. So like him just even breaking it down, it doesn't seem like it's impossible.
Yeah.
But you hear people like Kevin Gates And
it don't have to be that extreme.
Right, because Kevin Gates was very extreme on his. Like, he makes it seem like he
bro,
don't do
I'm not
none of
gonna
that.
lie.
What's his name?
His name is Brick_Buddha.
I got
Brick
you.
City- Yo, that was dope. I ain't gonna lie.
was good.
The way
That
he
was.
broke that down.
Yeah, that was good.
That was fire, bro.
Yeah.
We need more people. That's why we need more professionals in the world instead of a bunch of people just getting up behind a microphone just spilling some bullshit.
Oh, that was real.
That was like, I'm like, damn, I want to try this now.
I mean,
And then when you hear like statistic facts, I'm sure y'all felt better. Like, okay, well, damn, I ain't that far off. Like, niggas out here busting 12, 13 nuts a week.
That's why I said, bro, I'm like your average person the whole time. Your average person is 6 nuts a week. That's a lot.
Yeah.
but nah, I mean, I think the part that stood out, I've been talking about my kidney issues all year, you know what I'm saying, on the podcast. So when he said that, I was like, huh. Like, that might be another thing to,
Think
take
of.
into consideration.
Yeah.
Because I want to, like, have a conversation. You just never know how it affects you as men in your older age.
Even with the over-sexualization of women, I talk about that a lot, right? I feel like that was something that I dealt with because of, like, just my upbringing and my environment. I'm like, damn, that's deep, bro.
Yeah.
That's deep.
I guess the question is, like, now, hearing all of that stuff, because I know we're on the side of, like, all right, pro-masturbation, you know what I'm saying? What is that? How do you look at it now?
I mean, I'm still pro-masturbation. So what I heard, you still can have both, it seems like.
Yeah.
Because even if you're not with a woman, right? Or if you're with your woman, you still can use it interchangeably in my mind and how I look at it. Like, because you could go semen retention for 90 days, right?
Yeah.
And then let's say if you somebody that has sex with a chick, or you single, you be fucking every month, twice a week, right? Let's just say. So yeah, now I might probably just beat my dick once, and I might save the other one for a chick if I want. You know what I'm saying? I still think it can be used entertainment. And like he said when he first got on the car, like, do what you got to do to be safe, right? Like, so you're not out here making
careless decisions.
You get what I'm trying to say? And he even said it. So like, I just never thought about it from the health benefits. I'm like, that's crazy. Yeah. So like, shout out to him. I thank you. I appreciate that. Anybody else had any other questions about that? Mm-mm. Alex, did you have anything else before we get into the hot takes?
No.
Get into it?
Yeah, we get into it.
All right, man. All right, let's get to the shits, man. Come on, Alex. Lead the way.
All right, man. Where do y'all want to start? There's a lot of stuff that happened this weekend. Well, not really this weekend, but like over the last week and a half, 2 weeks. Let's go BET Awards. Everybody watch BET Awards?
I did.
I didn't watch the. You watched the BET Awards?
They said that shit was like 5 hours.
It was like 4.5, but yeah.
I don't know when the last
time. 4 hours and 45 minutes. That was my first time watching it in the last, 7-8 years, but it was really good because it was the 25th year for 106,
okay,
and 45th year for BET. So they made sure that they went all the way out to make sure that it was a really, really good award show, and it actually was amazing. Kevin Hart made people wear black suit and tie. You had to wear a black suit and tie event. None of the extra bullshit.
Wow.
He was the host. I would have liked to see the 106 and Park hosts be the host of this show.
That would have been fire.
That would have been
But they didn't. I mean, they had them on the red carpet, but they didn't. They weren't a part of like the actual award show. Wow. They were missing Roxy and AJ, so all of them weren't there. But just as far as like the promo for the actual BET Awards, everybody has kind of been in stands. So Free was there? Free was there, but Free hadn't been in the promo for everything. So Free was actually there during the awards show. And then Bow Wow, of course, Mr. 106, he was there. It was just good to see everybody looked great. It wasn't like, I think at some point BET kind of got, BET Awards was turning into like the hip hop awards, and we weren't able to separate the two. Like, we looking at the damn BET Awards and it's all rap artists. Like, what happened to R&B, the gospel? Like BET Awards back in the day gave you every genre.
Yep. Speaking of the BET and BET Awards and Black Excellence, I do want to throw a curveball, Paul. I'm good at this. Have y'all watched the movie, Tyler Perry movie on Netflix? Straw? Y'all watched it?
Yeah, I did.
All right, so I'm letting you guys know, if you watched this, this is going to be a spoiler alert, so you might want to cut it off right here and come back. You watched it? What did y'all think?
Ass.
What did you think?
I thought it was one of Tyler Perry's better movies.
I loved it.
I thought it was great.
What I didn't like
the ending
was the ending.
The ending it was a cliffhanger, and that did make it. That would make it. That would make somebody's take to say it was a bad movie because it just ended stupid.
Bro, so in my mind, can I give y'all my opinion? And hopefully people don't kill me for this because I be having the craziest opinions. I love the movie because in my mind, I'm like, we are showing this woman who's going through so many things, and she could finally be seen. And from somebody that was raised by a single mother, I can only imagine how many times my mom didn't feel seen, right? Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, this is great because I know it's so many women who go through these things, and they probably telling their truth, especially when we talk about, let's talk about it. When we talk about sexual harassment, things like that. And you scared to tell the truth, and because you won't be heard. She's finally being heard. And in my mind, again, I understand the aspect of trying to show the mental health aspect of it. I personally didn't like that because then it invalidated everything that she said to be true for me to believe her. That was what I was thinking. Because I'm like, yo, imagine if the daughter was alive and the daughter was to stay with the manager, right? That shows that, yo, I really was doing this for my daughter. What I was saying is true. Now it's like her daughter is dead, and now I'm looking at her, and again, I'm not trying to be insensitive, but I'm still human. I'm still growing. In my mind, I'm like, damn, so you mean to show me that you painted her to be crazy? And she was crazy. You get what I'm trying to say? I get ooh, shit. No, you good. It's fine.
I'm gonna take a take just for the mental health aspect. Okay. I think the reason why Tyler did it was to show that as individuals, not black, white, whatever, right? We move through life so fast and don't take time to grieve. As black individuals, when it comes to grieving, we don't take the time to actually grieve. We move so fast with life because we understand that life ain't stopping. Mm-hmm. She understood that she couldn't stop. She couldn't take a time to just sit and say, damn, I'm finna get evicted tomorrow. Damn, my daughter's sick. Damn, I need to get her medicine. Damn this, damn that. Like, you have to continue to keep going. So with her even realizing she's going through a psychosis, and when you're in a psychosis, you're damn near in a trance. Okay. You don't even realize you're doing your regular routine shit, which is why we see that the principal looks at her like, what the hell she's showing up here for? Right. Your daughter's not here. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then we see in her mind, she's painting things that are actually possibly could happen, but it never actually really happened because she literally watched her daughter die in the hospital that night, that morning, had to get up and go back to work. But she's so used to her regular routine that I know when I wake up in the morning, I take my daughter to work. I take my daughter to school. Okay. Then from school, I go to my job. But I also know that my landlord on my ass about paying his damn rent. So I'm going to come by this time. But she always still stayed kind no matter what it was, that no matter how deep she was in the rain. Right. Yeah. So I think that was a good thing because I still think even in today's time, us as black people don't take mental health as serious as we really should. And I don't think that we listen to our bodies enough, which is kind of saying when she was going through that psychosis, she wasn't listening to just sit down. Right. Take the time that you need to take to do it.
This is why I think the movie wasn't as good as it could have been. First of all, it was John Q.
Yeah, it was.
It was very John Q.
It was John Q. Mm-hmm. Female version.
Yeah, the female version. The premise would have been dope. All that shit is not happening to one person during 30 minutes of their lunch break.
And I think that was literal too, though. I don't think we should take it as literal. I think what Tyler was trying to say, when it rains, it pours. And it does seem like it's everything all happening in one. It was, but it does seem like everything is happening in one day.
Was like, oh,
now that was what I did like.
He dragged it.
Yeah, that was extreme. Like, I don't think it's that crazy.
I thought it was gonna be like kind of on some set it off shit where she was gonna have to sleep with the nigga to keep her job type shit.
Now, what I was gonna say is the little nuances like that was what made it like, because even with the manager, when she at the end, she's like, I already knew. But when she asked you to keep her daughter, your reaction wasn't like, because you could have been like, yeah, I'll keep her. It was like,
well, you also too though, if somebody hell, you don't know what you're realizing that she's going through something. You don't want to say the wrong thing to even tip her over the edge. Yeah, so I think her thing was just kind of like, absolutely.
But she didn't say absolutely. She was like, I think she was like, she was.
No, she said yes. She said yes. She was.
She was hesitant because like, she had a family. Yeah. So why are you hesitant if you already know? Just be like, yeah. You know what? I can.
She hesitated as if she really had to consider keeping another child.
I think what my issue with Tyler is, and
here we go, showing a black woman pain.
No, that was, and I wasn't finna say that because I don't agree with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with showing lenses. I would like for him to tap into more men viewpoints, but I don't see nothing wrong with showing the lenses of different black folks, whatever it may look like, right? However, I think my problem is with his production aspect. We understand you do 2 weeks. You do these movies in 2 weeks. You do these shows in 2 weeks. But I think what happens with Tyler is we miss a lot of loopholes. We miss a lot of shit that can be filled if we take at least a month to actually go through and edit this stuff and look at it, because of that movie had potential to be what's going to happen, right? We say that was a Taraji great.
She smoked that.
All of them did a great job, right?
Yeah,
but
facts.
because it's a Tyler Perry movie.
Like Tiana Taylor?
Taraji did good. I love Tiana Taylor. It wasn't. She didn't do a good job.
Oh,
She
man.
really it was like
I thought she did good.
you could tell she was acting.
Really?
Tiana did good.
You could tell. You could tell
I
she
think,
was
I think
acting.
all,
She
I
did.
think
I
all
thought
three of
it
them
was-
did good.
No.
I thought they
Tiana
did
Taylor is
good.
dope. Tiana Taylor to me is like.
You ain't like it,
the-
Alex? You ain't like her?
Nah. Have y'all seen the joint when she had the son? Like, there was a
Now,
movie
I didn't like
Tiana-
that movie.
but she smoked that role.
I didn't like it.
Nah, you could
that
tell,
to me was-
You could tell she was acting in this movie. It
I
was
didn't-
like
I mean, I've
overly.
seen a lot of skits on the gram talking about Tiana, so I didn't really understand what he was talking about, but I'm assuming they were saying.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
like,
they was
you
trying to
just-
say
you
she
just
didn't do,
doing
and
too
then the
much.
wig. But that's
The
what I'm
wig was
saying. Like, this
crazy.
is the reason why Tyler's not gonna be. This is the part that kind of like makes me upset, is because it's not. We don't take enough time. Tyler, you do a great job for blacks. You open up a lot of doors, and you can toot your goddamn horn how you want to toot it.
Yeah, for sure.
But the problem comes into this production aspect of it, and it being even nominated for something like an Oscar. It's not gonna go. And Taraji did an amazing job in the film.
She did.
But
No, she
because of it not being like of the elite films, it's
Okay.
just not gonna be considered.
So
and
does
that's the
that-
unfortunate part.
so does-
Now, if it gets considered, I will be extremely surprised.
But
But
let me ask you this: does that matter if I'm doing these? I mean, the way he's kicking out these movies, and I'm getting so many people paid, and I'm getting myself paid. Does the Oscar matter at this point?
I think as an actor, that's just what you want under you. You want to. I mean, everybody want to be an EGOT. You want an Emmy, a Grammy, a damn Oscar, and a Tony. Everybody wants to be that if you're in this creative space. But yeah, like you're looking Taraji on all platforms. When you see her from Baby Boy, her very first film, till now, she 100% deserves some goddamn thing.
Yeah,
because she's been putting in the work, and ain't none of her roles the same.
But we look at honestly though, when it comes to that, bro, it's hard because we look at people like what's the white guy name that played in
What?
Wolf on Wall Street?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio. He didn't get an Oscar until The Revenant, which
Revenant,
was
yeah.
like, what? Out of all the movies?
Yeah.
So it's like, niggas been saying he should have got one. So Taraji might be. So I don't think it's any
Will
bias
got
in
his
it.
for
Well,
King
no,
Richard.
it's not biased, but like I said, it's already hard to get an Oscar, right?
Yeah,
we can say that no matter who you are, black, white, Hispanic, whoever, but it's even harder as a black. Jamie Foxx was the second black man to win an Oscar as best actor in a role for Ray.
Yeah, I think it's only like 4, 5.
He was the second nigga though.
Yeah.
And I compare.
Forrest
And then I think the
Whitaker.
first one is like Sidney Poitier or some
Sidney
shit like that.
Poitier is
Jamie?
Forrest Whitaker.
Didn't Denzel want one?
Nope, he didn't win it for Training Day.
Not for best actor. Best actor means you
Will
elite.
Smith. Actually, he might have won it for Training Day.
I thought he wanted for Training Day.
He might
Was
have
it
won
okay?
for
So
Training
maybe he was the
Google
third.
it.
Look it up.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Let's get our facts straight.
Day. Yeah. But I know for sure the last person to win it was
Was who?
Will.
For what?
King
Little
Richard.
Oh yeah.
And that's
But-
when the slap happened.
That movie was good though.
Was
it was
it?
good.
You ain't think so?
It was all right.
King Richard?
It was
King
straight.
Richard.
Nah, he bodied that.
Yeah,
joint.
he did good, bro.
It was
Come
straight.
on.
That would have not been a movie on my repertoire to give him an Oscar for.
I mean, yeah, not
it's a biopic for what?
Not over The Pursuit of Happiness.
Come on, dog.
Come on.
Because that
I've
shit was
never
amazing.
seen no.
Or
the
what
bathroom?
was
Yeah.
Pursuit of Happiness with the
The
was
kid.
that with the jellyfish?
Nah, that's 7 pounds. You talking about when he
Oh,
did
That
it?
motherfucker
No,
there.
that
He smoked that joint.
No, that boy. No, 7 pounds.
Yeah, I don't know if 7 pounds was better than the Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh no, they
he
was
bodied that
different.
joint, though,
I don't know.
So I feel the
Bro.
same way about the soloist
eyes.
and Ray. I feel like the
'Cause
soloist.
he worked
and-
at like a call center. joint.
Yes.
Bro, no. 7 pounds, bro.
Ooh.
No, the
was
Pursuit
like-
of Happiness, bro, it had the bathroom
it,
scene,
it
bro.
made you feel different.
yeah.
The bathroom scene was that was you know what that
Pursuit of
reminded me
Happiness
of?
made you feel different.
What's the baseball movie with the that's the first movie I ever cried to. The guy that died. The baseball
G-Baby?
Hardball.
Hardball.
Oh, no.
The
Yeah,
bathroom scene,
Canal Reeves.
bro. The bathroom
Keanu
scene,
Reeves.
Keanu Reeves. Yeah.
the bathroom scene in The Pursuit of Happiness made me feel like how I felt
When G-Baby died?
When G-Baby died, I've never felt like that.
You can feel more.
And
you
Hardball
can-
didn't
you
even
can
get no
relate-
nomination. That was a good movie too.
You can relate more to Pursuit of Happiness. You couldn't really relate to 7 pounds, but
You can feel
that
it.
shit was
Well-
crazy.
Well,
7 pounds
what I
was
will
crazy.
say, going back to what we was talking about, I literally was holding my tears back in this Tyler Perry movie.
And have y'all seen like?
No, me too.
Have y'all not seen like the TikToks of the people's reactions? Like people actually filming whoever it is that they watching the movie with, and like at the end when you find out that the baby really was dead, it was like, hold on now.
But see,
bro,
okay, now to that point though,
that pissed me off, bro.
When you seen her leaving the hospital again with the empty blanket,
I still ain't understand.
Bathing, nobody in the tub. She got to the school. I was wondering in the beginning, why is the principal looking at her like crazy?
All of us were.
But then when she goes back and she was like, "We didn't call you." How did she envision a whole child service worker taking her child?
So that's what, because of that you also too. I think it was also her guilty conscience knowing that she's not showing up how she needs to for a parent, and that what they said was the baby slipped and fell in the tub or some shit like that. So it was already an unfair call.
They needed to show her fake like tripping as if somebody really was there then, because that to me was like, well. How does she
and then I
see all that?
And that may have just been that's the problem that we're having with. I don't think it was clear enough to know if did she ever. We see that she went by the school and dropped her off, but did any of that other stuff become physical to where she actually went to the school, or was it mine?
How was the police thing real? Like everything else wasn't real, but the police thing was real.
That police shit was so extra. Like you're not about to get her as a police officer and threaten to try to find a way to kill somebody. Like bro, you're not doing all that.
I don't. But even at the end, right? When we found out that the child is deceased, right? I was confused because I'm like, did the child die the night she had her, or
what they were saying was the child died the night before.
But I'm saying
but we of course didn't see. We didn't see any of that.
Yeah, so the previews, I'm thinking because she was in the hospital. I'm like, wait, did the child die when she had her, or
why they had to show the SWAT team coming through and shooting
now
at
that was excessive as hell because I was like,
she shot, but now we all standing over. It's all 10 of them. I'm like, bro,
I didn't know if that was true. And I'm like, okay, so did she get killed or did she die?
And then it came back like, oh, I was just envisioning this, but like,
yeah, it was too much. Like, I see where he be trying to go, bro, but it was too much foreshadowing. Like, come on,
it was
coming back.
Me, I just like, bro, that was a movie that didn't need no like they did it for. He was trying to get a spin, like I forgot what we call it.
What?
Like a
plot twist?
A plot twist.
Yeah.
I didn't think it needed a plot twist. I thought that movie, like, even if the baby was not dead, the movie was great.
It was.
The ending kind of just dismantled everything I felt, because now I'm like, you and me had all these emotions for nothing? Yeah. Like, bro, it didn't need no plot
And then
twist.
just even too, like you said though, like her just not feeling understood.
Yeah.
Because in true genuineness, she was not trying to rob the damn bank.
She wasn't.
But bitch, give me my goddamn money.
Like, yeah.
I'm just trying to come in here and get my money, and you know I don't have you've seen me in here all the time, and you giving me a hard ass time. But everything that took place prior to that was a bit excessive. The shooting of the damn robbers in the store, that was just kind of like goddamn.
Her killing her boss, even
killing the boss.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah. Then the scene with the police officer, but overall, I thought it was a decent movie. Outside of, I think just I can remove myself from scene by scene and understand the full concept.
So
of
1 out of 10, what would you get a movie?
I would have probably gave it like a 8, 7.5, 8.
Yeah,
with the plot twist,
with everything.
7.5.
And I mean that's still good.
I give it a 6.5.
Oh yeah, I was gonna give it 6.
Without the
really?
If it ain't had a plot twist, I'm giving it
That's
an 8.
exactly where I'm going.
I ain't gonna lie to you. The plot twist, it really
and you don't need that.
Yeah,
bro.
it killed it for me.
That,
like the plot twist, it killed it for me because I was so into it. I was so happy. I literally was joyful. I was like, yo, this is dope. And I'm in my mind, I'm like, why is everybody mad at him for showing these stories? Like, it's somebody out there who don't understand that this is really what goes on in people's lives, right?
Yeah. And like I said,
the plot twist, and again, I understand what you're saying because I didn't even think about it like that. But again, with all due respect, and I'm just trying to say this as polite as possible, but when we look at things and people do things like they crazy, it's still an excuse to invalidate somebody's feelings, no matter what. Like, I get it's mental health awareness, and we trying to show what's going on, but it's still an invalidation of like, yo, you was tripping. Some people can look at it like that, right? We probably shouldn't, but that's how I'm looking at it. I'm like, yo, what?
But I think, and this is probably what I probably shouldn't say, but I think when it comes to mental health, I think the unfortunate part is, as blacks, we don't get that same grace hold that whites would if we was to plead that we was insane. And she was having a psychosis. She was literally, I used to work with these type of people all the time, where you in a manic stage and You, of course, are not thinking clearly. I just lost my child, and I got to continue to go through life on an everyday basis like everything okay.
Right.
Because the world is still going. These bills still due.
Right.
This rent, I'm going to be evicted. Like, she had, granted, it was excessive to see in one movie, but like people, like the saying is, when it rains, it pours. Yeah. And it's just like, goddamn, I can't even get up when it being another thing that's stepping on my back.
Let me ask you this. I know we got to move on in a little bit, but I want to ask you this. As unfortunate as that is, right? Because it is.
Right.
Where do we draw the line? Because again, the landlord still need to get paid.
Right.
Right. I still have a business to run.
Right.
The boss still has a business to run.
Right.
Right. And it's like, I understand all of these things is going on, and I can't empathize, but for how long? I guess. Like how? And then even when I'm thinking about you kill somebody, what? And I know when you go to court, people can plead insanity and you get off on that, things like that. But it's like some of these things is still wrong though.
Go ahead,
sorry.
Alex.
From what lens though? Because if my child just died, I don't give a fuck about nothing.
Come on.
But that's my point. That's my point.
This is the next day.
Maybe I think as a man. That's my point.
I think this is the unfortunate part that we don't look at, right? Where is the grace line at? As if we can say, what was it, Janiyah, right? Mm-hmm. Janiyah seemed like she could have been a model damn tenant, right?
Yeah.
You know what the fuck I'm going through.
For sure.
You understand what I have going on. You know that my child is sick. So where is the empathy at in regards to certain things? Now, in that regard,
her landlord and her boss definitely was.
The boss was OD for shit show.
So what I'm thinking about, I guess what I'm thinking about,
instead of talking about you got to be male.
So when you say I don't give a fuck, like to what extreme? Because you lost your child, but at the end of the day, people are dying every day. Mm-hmm. People are coming to this world every day. That don't give you the right to kill somebody.
No, absolutely not.
Go out and again, but I wanna be empathetic. But it's like now we're putting other people's lives in jeopardy when you need help. And again, I don't know how to have the conversation. I'm just curious.
And see, this is where I would say this is where it gets weird, right? Because this is when I was going back to saying about how whites get a clearing board to be insane. These motherfuckers are out here doing massacres and shit and getting off on killing folks, innocent people, right? But when it comes to blacks, and this is where it gets weird because it is that double standard. And I will say that I'm one person that's very fair on double standards, right? Because even with just a comparison with the Diddy trying to do the shit that these white billionaires are doing, your ass is finally getting jammed up under this damn case right now, right? Because you were trying to hang with the big dogs and you just really couldn't do it because of the color of your skin. So this is where the things kind of get blurred for us, but we also are never held in consideration because we do have a lot of blacks that are suffering from mental health illnesses that won't either, one, be honest about it, two, get diagnosed for it or any of that shit. But you have white people who have enough of a team behind them to say, okay, this is what you need to do to make sure you get off. We got the people that's putting us in. Well, they have the people that's putting them in the room to make sure that they can walk free. And like you said, killing anybody it's not acceptable, regardless if you're having a manic episode or not. You know right from wrong, regardless if it's a psychosis, manic, anything. You know what you should and should not do.
Now, if Janiyah was to go to trial, hypothetically,
right,
all of her actions were based on the fact that her daughter was still alive. So therefore, would it look at it like she was crazy?
So my thing is, what would she go to jail for, holding them hostage?
Well, she killed the manager.
She did kill, but that's not what they were there for. Okay, well, I guess they were. I guess
so. Back to John Q. John Q. only went to jail.
He held them niggas hostage, though, right?
He only went to jail for that though. He got like 2 to 3 years or some shit like that.
Man, that's bullshit.
Based off of just holding people hostage.
Yeah.
Granted, none of them niggas wanted him to go to jail. Right. All of them was on his side.
Right, they were.
But you still broke the law. Mm-hmm. So if Janiyah was doing all these actions as if her daughter was alive, honestly, the movie should have been where the daughter was still alive and Taraji just wanted to go in there, get the money for her check to be able to pay for the medication. That would have made a great movie. The daughter didn't have to be dead. She didn't have to do none of this other shit. You just in there and you want to get the money to get the medication so your daughter is still alive.
So what I will say, I do like if, again,
I wasn't mad at the daughter. I wasn't mad at the fact that the daughter had passed and she was literally in a psychosis at the time. I'm not mad at that. But I'm mad at how everything led up to us finding that out.
Yeah.
I don't think that was bad because that may be something we just don't think about.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I don't think that is honed in on enough. You know, there are a lot of children out here that are sick and parents are daydreaming about real life things that are in their mind. They think it's real, but in actuality, it's not. And you could see that Janiyah was always in a space to where she was never heard or never understood. Like, even just at the very end when the mom was like, and I didn't understand why the mom was so goddamn nasty on the phone. That's what threw me off. I'm like, why we mad with her? But, you know, she was just like, Janiyah, she's dead. And it's like she kept trying to constantly prove herself like, this is not what I was trying to do. I was not trying to hold them hostage. I was not trying to rob the bank. I just wanted my money. And this bitch, essentially, the banker that see me every goddamn Friday, every other Friday, acting like she can't do simple protocol. Like, call your manager over here and give me my damn money. Yes, I don't have my ID. Sorry. And what? You know? And those things happen. Like, it's like, damn, you see me as a regular, but you still trying to give me a hard time for what? You know, and she ended up letting all of y'all walk and never really held anybody hostage. Yeah, because all their asses walked out.
Yeah, she really never held nobody hostage. To be honest.
So it was just like, were they responding to the simple?
Walked up, man, we leaving.
Yeah.
Okay.
She ain't say stop. No, she ain't say shit. Out of here.
She ain't say shit.
So we got to move on, man. I do want to say, even if you watch through this, I think it's still a good movie to watch.
It is.
Even with the spoilers, it is a good movie to watch, man. So I'm sorry for throwing a curveball. What
I'm so sorry. Denzel did win an Oscar.
He did.
He did for what?
Two of them.
Best supporting actor in movie Glory in 1989 and
Best actor for
Training Day.
Yeah, Training Day was.
So it's 5.
Glory was 1989.
1989.
He ain't get nothing for Book of Eli.
No.
I thought people loved that. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of it.
It was alright.
It was cool.
Equalizer was better.
No, I ain't gonna lie to you. American Gangster was.
Oh, American Gangster was great.
Yeah. I don't like
but they definitely ain't giving no Oscar for that shit. Yeah.
I know I threw the curveball. My bad. What we talking about? What you want? Go back to the get with the sheets.
No, throw me off. Well, no, we're talking BET Awards.
Oh yeah.
So
shout out to you made me a fan of this little nigga, man.
Kassing up, man.
Shout out to Kassing up.
So you a Car fan? You know the same height?
Ooh.
You ain't that much taller. Yo, shout out to Kassing up, bro. I feel like I just seen him on the stage with and shout out to Kevin Hart. I think he's doing a great job with supporting him. But nah.
And Drewski, yeah, all three of them.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about that trilogy? Like that trio trilogy, whatever.
I'm not the biggest fan of Drewski.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah.
Kasa not.
Yeah, Kai is crazy.
I think Kai is a great kid.
Yeah, like I'm not into the like streaming stuff, so I'm never watching that. I don't think it's that entertaining. But the fact that he's made a lane for himself, I love it.
And he's the only one in there. He's really the only one in there that's really doing big,
sure.
big
so
shit.
it's like,
he's at the top right
now. Yeah,
now.
so it's like I love it, even though I'm like not a fan of the content itself. And every chance he get, he proves he belongs there.
Yeah.
Buying houses for his friend, like
every whole streaming university.
The streaming university thing is crazy.
Every chance he get, he shows that God put the right person. You gotta salute the dude.
Yeah.
Kai and Kevin could do a movie together. Kevin could be like his dad.
But in all fairness, right? I'm not a big fan of Drewski, but Drewski he's his
own lane too, though, because he got that shoulda, coulda, woulda record shit.
Yeah,
kinda, and that brings a lot of.
I don't know how.
But what is that though?
I don't.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda is.
I think it's
a parody.
American Idol.
Yeah, it's like a parody. Yeah, to American Idol.
But the fact that
folks, and then he gets people that willingly volunteer to do it.
So, okay, fair. When he did Baltimore, right? I watched that episode and I said, yo, I hope I'm not wrong, but in my mind, I'm like, yo, they couldn't have been waiting. Like the people that I saw, because I knew Shooty on Duty, bro, he's been around in Baltimore for years singing that same song, bro. Dancing Barry. The guy, Snibbly Snip,
the barber.
He's a barber. Bro, these people been around fighting for opportunities for years. So I don't see them just in line.
I don't think that they're in line. I think it's now gotten to the space to where he's hitting up big people in those cities to do the parody for him.
So if that's the case,
with him,
right? If that's the case,
gotta be the case.
They did an amazing job.
Yeah, gotta be.
Because I'm watching it, I'm like, yo, this really put Baltimore, like in my mind, being from Baltimore, like what happened? Like when I watched the movie with Meek Mill in it with the dirt bikes.
12 O'Clock Boys?
Bro, I hated the accent. I'm like, bro, this don't give Baltimore, right? When I watched the Drewski thing, could have been, I'm like, this is Baltimore.
The nigga, we went to go see the Rob Cosby from New Orleans. He was on the episode for New Orleans doing
I seen
BB
it.
Hell.
Yeah.
Ain't no way Rob is waiting in line.
Yeah, and I'm like, yo, this is
Now, I
Baltimore,
think
bro.
at
He did a
one
great
point-
job at showing. I'm like, yo, that was a
I
great
think in
job.
2020 when COVID was happening, the people that was coming into the Instagram live, those were just
Yeah.
real jokes and real
Oh, yeah.
funny
For
and
sure.
real
Yeah, that was
organic,
for sure.
which was hilarious.
No, for sure.
People in jail.
But now, yeah.
But even
Yeah,
but, that's
but
what I'm saying,
now-
even if it's orchestrated, it's still, yo,
Yeah.
that Baltimore thing, bro. I'm like, yo, I'm looking like they did it right. I'm looking like, wow. And you rarely hear that when, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, they did this right, bro. They got the right people. So what I will say is I might not be a fan of his content, but I can't, that's somebody I can't ignore.
Yeah.
He has a space in this.
You don't be a fan of a lot of people's content, though.
You hurt?
Can we take a second?
You hurt, nigga?
I'm sorry.
Yo, you making some good parodies. Yo, you been making some good songs. You really
missed
want to
it.
be a
She
rapper.
just-
I heard him.
You really want to be a rapper, bro.
You know.
He think I'm not a fan of his content. I mean,
You know why I think that, though?
because I told you.
Because you literally told me. Like, you literally said those words to me.
Sometimes I just,
You said, I'm
know,
not really a fan of your content, but you're actually funnier in real life, which I do, you know.
I'm not a fan of like the parodies,
Yeah.
but recently, like,
Nah,
you
you
make a
be-
lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
So the ones that hit, it hit to me.
I said what I said. You don't gotta look at me like that.
You know, it's just about just putting out the content.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really make content for people. I make it for myself.
Okay.
Because it's like, it's a lot of like, it's funny to me. Like I do Titty Tuesday parodies every Tuesday. You know how hard it is to get to a point where you got a new song every Tuesday talking about titties?
That is the dedication.
Yeah.
That is a challenge.
What's your inspiration?
It's a damn interview.
It ain't, but my lady, she not a wrestler, but she got them Triple H. You feel me?
Yo, crazy.
That's wild. I'm sorry. We're not gonna say her name.
Are you really just said that on camera? You want people to envision your lady with
They don't know who
H
she is.
size titties? Triple H at that?
Yeah, that's fine. You don't like titties. You don't like titties.
I like.
He do.
Like you like titties.
So it's like, all right, man.
You look like you like
He
titties.
do. So I know titty niggas when I see him.
All right, man. Well,
I know titty
but
niggas.
back to my thing. So
Back to Kyle.
let's go to Kyle, right?
Yes.
We seen something happen.
Oh,
But this is, you know, what's funny. I don't know if he's starting to do this on purpose or not, because this is a
Reoccurring thing.
reoccurring thing.
But he
didn't know.
We have to put it in context, bro. He's 23.
But bro, that's not really an excuse.
No,
he
bro,
didn't know,
but
bro.
the people
Nah,
that be
nah.
coming up
No,
to
but
him,
but Wale said that he knew him.
yeah, but like Blake Shelton.
I'm saying the age thing don't really count.
Yeah,
It
age don't
does.
matter, bro.
But I don't think it matters. Because there's people out there that know music. But outside of that,
Right.
it's nothing wrong with not knowing a nigga. Like, wow, who the hell you think you are? You ain't been relevant in years.
And
Not
he
true.
said that.
That's not true. Wale just recently had a whole
Blanco?
TikTok trend that was going crazy.
I ain't seen it.
Yeah, it was,
But what I will say, the What's Name song, I love it.
The Blanco joint.
Blanco, oh my God. One of
I
the
ain't
greatest
heard
songs
it.
in my opinion. I love Blanco.
Break it down to the people what happened, though.
So, Cass and I was walking to his truck.
Mm-hmm.
Wale is walking into the music awards.
Mm-hmm.
They see each other briefly. He like, yo, what's up? He dap him up. Cass and I get in the truck. He's talking to just regular conversation. And his chat is like, yo, that was Wale in the chat. He like, oh, was Whaley or something like that.
Yeah.
Wally.
Who's Wally?
Yeah, so you know what?
Crazy.
That's why I think he might have been joking though.
no way.
'Cause that's not the first. That's not. I would never pronounce his name as Whaley.
I think he was joking initially.
Think about it though.
I think it was a joke initially in the car.
If you
No.
see,
I think it was.
Well, Kasana
actually-
is he is Haitian, but
So is Wale.
No, that's why I so no
Wale's
so
Nigerian.
Nigerian. He is.
if
Oh,
you
is
seen WALE,
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to Whaley,
I'm not going to Wale either though.
but no,
I might
no.
not do Wale,
might
but
say
I definitely
whale.
ain't doing Whaley.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I might
Whale.
say whale.
I'm gonna say whale. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm
Wait,
thinking.
what did he say?
He said Whaley.
Whaley. He's like, who's Whaley?
Nah, but remember
But that's
that
what I'm saying.
movie?
That's
That
what I'm saying.
Disney
It's a
movie?
joke.
He
Gotta
said it
remember,
jokingly.
He young. Wally, the Lord.
Is it spelled the same way?
It's two L's, but I'm
Two
just
L's with
saying.
Wally.
He's a
Okay.
Disney kid. Let's not forget he's
Because
young.
in my mind, I'm like, bro, I'm not. My first enunciation of it is not about to be Whaley.
It was
Or
given
Wale.
joking initially when he got in the car.
nah.
In the
But
car,
then-
he didn't mention it until the chat star said something.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
he
saying.
said,
When
oh,
he
that
got in the
was
car and then the
somebody
chat
crazy.
started saying it. But
that was
then
somebody
at the
crazy.
awards, when Wale came back by him again and said, hey, bro, we got to talk, because it was given like somebody had gave Wale a tip off. Like, hey, nigga, he had like he don't know who you are. Like, and I don't think Wale knew that the nigga was recording the entire time or streaming the whole time. So he then stopped him again and said, "Hey, bro, we got to talk about what just happened."
Kai got a whole cameraman with him everywhere he goes.
And what I'm gonna say, that part was the corniest part.
What? Wale?
Unknown caller.
Yes, bro. Like, bro,
He's just be going outside.
bro. Like, why would you do that? Like, well, I don't understand. And I was telling Alex,
I think he just feel tried.
So, and I was telling Alex this earlier. If we're in the conversation, right, and we all friends, I might be like, bro, like you got me looking crazy on there. We're friends, but in a sense that I don't know you, I'm not about to go back up to you. I'm like, fuck that nigga.
You just said Wale ain't been relevant in however long. Wale know who Kai is. Why would Wale not take an opportunity to take advantage of the opportunity?
Oh, so that was more corny.
You think it was a publicity stunt?
You think it's advertisement at this point?
If I was Wale and I ain't been relevant in however long,
and I feel like,
and I'm getting people hitting me up saying, "Oh, he don't know who you are, nigga." I'm about to go find that motherfucker and walk back on him. I know he's recording. I know because Kai has a camera on.
I don't like that.
I'm gonna walk up to him. Hey, bro, you got me looking crazy on the internet, bro.
And that's his exact words.
And everybody's seen it.
We got to chat. We got to chat about it. You got me looking crazy out here. We got to chat.
That's smart, but I don't like it.
And then that nigga Kai was like, okay.
Then Kai, a couple days later,
responds
on the stream and plays his song.
Oh my God,
I know the song. It was brilliant on Wale's part.
It was brilliant, but I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't think he thought about it like that. That's some quick on the feet thinking, like, you feel me, like,
I don't know.
I don't know. It might that second round may have been like, okay, let me. Yeah, that second time may have been intentional
for sure.
Yeah, because like he said, he when he whispered to him, he was like, "You got me out here looking crazy." So it's giving somebody gave him a tip off, like, "Hey, nigga, he trying to like he don't know who the fuck you are. You might need to go back and circle the block again." Now, whether or not he meant to do it or didn't,
kid, man, like, bro.
But Wale was saying too that they know each other because they played in the celebrity football.
Yeah, but he might have not.
He probably remember.
Flag football or
that don't count.
Might check it for you that much, bro.
Bro, you meet people. How many people you meet a year?
A lot.
You think you're going to remember next year?
Nah.
All right.
I'm not.
How many
I'm not Sanat.
Exactly. So how many people you think he meet a year?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm Sanat.
I'm not going to remember you. Sorry.
Absolutely not.
Sorry.
Yo, so that's your man. What you was thinking?
Both ones,
man.
Both
Wale, yeah, I'm gonna say both actually.
I mean, I just feel like with Wale, this has kind of been a reoccurring thing.
It has.
Where like the need for validation. But I again on the other side, right? Imagine in your mind that you think you that cold, like, and you are talented, like, but you don't get the respect. But it's like, yo, I'm really that cold with the pen. I can spit, you know what I'm saying? But nobody recognizes me. Like, that shit might drive you crazy.
It
like,
just might, man.
I'm not gonna lie.
It just might drive you crazy, man.
So I'm just like, damn, bro.
Can you imagine anybody that you might just know who just cold?
Bro, we're not making this about you.
I'm
bro.
not. I'm not. It might be you.
Nigga make one
it might be you.
That nigga gay.
It might be
and
you.
Nigga don't recognize hurt.
Do you not think that you one of the coldest interviewers, podcasters out here? Do you feel like you get the respect that you need?
It don't drive me to the point where I'm running down.
Not now. But it might.
Okay.
It might.
So you said we should be more empathetic of Wale.
Absolutely.
So
Nigga made one song.
He made a couple songs.
Nah, I'm not going to say he just made one.
Made one song.
I made one song that you know.
That nigga gay.
I made one song that you know.
Because this one
I
song
don't even hype that up. Remember, we was over here and somebody was like, oh, yeah, let me see what you do. And I didn't even show them that. He was like, you should have showed them that one. That's not even what I consider my best work.
Nah, Nick got to tell you a story about when niggas was... He told us at the airport, and they were like, "That's that nigga gay."
Oh yeah, bro. Niggas be on me, bro. I be sorry. I don't like that, bro.
That's that nigga gay.
That's that
nigga gay. I don't want to be known as
that nigga gay. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, that's a platinum record though.
I don't want it to be.
That's a platinum.
But nonetheless, though, Wale deserves respect, bro. He's put out bangers.
Okay,
he's a great artist.
Like
he stay out of the mix. Like
he don't be in the mix.
You don't hear him in headlines.
I think also too though. I think the allegations of like Diddy hanging him over that over the balcony. Not funny. Over the balcony. I think that plays a lot into what like. Of course, Wale never spoke on it, and what grown ass nigga gonna say? Yeah, that nigga put me off my feet, cross the best man shit. It's just kind of giving like, okay, yeah, y'all niggas playing with me. I'm already self conscious about my space in this arena. it just kind of be like, yeah, y'all keep fucking with
funny?
me.
What can you do a quick check if you don't mind? What double XL cover was he on? Was it the one with Big Sean in him?
I think so.
What I will say is, to your point, he don't get not as
the
near.
nigga was cold when he first came
out. If you want
out.
to be technical, right? You can Google this while you at it, Alex. If you want to be technical, I feel like he was the only one that was in MMG that really had successful music when it come to like accolades. Like I think his music was like gold or some shit like that. Because even Meek at the time wasn't doing the numbers Wale was doing. But everybody still was looking at Meek as like the premier artist when it really.
No, facts.
Yeah, Wale gave me like honestly, I don't know, like. I be think every time I think about Wale, I think about like live mixtapes and all of that shit. I think about that little era of you know, that time that we had. He's one of those artists that I always remember hearing one song and I was like, hold the hell on. Where he come from? Because it's giving we rapping the poetry vibes.
We call this segment Terrible Takes. I'm gonna give a terrible take before you get the facts. You know who Wale remind me of?
Who?
French Montana.
Nah,
hell no.
Think about it, what you just said. That one song come, you know about it, right?
I don't know about French.
French has hits.
I don't like
always
French.
with other people.
Yeah, I don't like French like that though.
No. Me neither.
But okay, I can see what you're saying.
He
but
got hits.
I fuck with French Montana.
He got hits with other people. Every time Wale drops a hit, it's with a singer nigga or like it's with another person.
But he still carries.
He can carry his own songs though.
Lotus Flower Bomb.
Ambitious Girl, please, hello.
Which one is that one?
The Matrimony.
Matrimony was my shit.
Is it bad?
That's bad.
Okay, bad.
Now, and he had a girl singing on that.
He was on No Hands.
Yeah, he was on No Hands.
No, that was fire. That was one of the.
And he said that was one of his worst verses. He was like, I did that.
But that was one of his best verses.
Right.
No, I respect Wale. I like Wale. I'm just saying
that Matrimony do me every time.
When I think about the hits, I always think about something with niggas that singing on there. Like that's like.
But he's a singer. Like that's his.
I'm not trying to hate on my man. I'm just saying it was a terrible take for a reason.
We're doing terrible takes. Then Wale got more hits than Meek Mill.
The shit show.
That's not a terrible take.
Okay,
Wale
so we all agreeing on that one.
That's what I was saying about MMG. He was actually the one that actually had the hits.
Oh yeah.
But he just didn't have no party crossover hits. That's the thing about Wale. Like,
I mean, No Hands though.
But he ain't do that. That happened and he stopped.
Yeah, he didn't.
It was like, yo, what are you doing?
But no, I mean,
hear this.
but he did No Hands, and then he started. He went back in the lane, and he did. I mean, I felt like
we wanted more.
I felt like he is a good crossover artist, but niggas didn't use him like that. But see, this is the problem. Let's go back to early 2000s when you had rapper niggas with R&B niggas, and they was giving the shit. They was giving us the vibe that we needed to hear wherever the fuck you was.
Yeah.
Wale to me was trying to bring. He was trying to recreate that again, and niggas just wasn't on that type of time no more. The strip club was popping in. Niggas trying to be in a strip club and throwing ones at bitches because they want something more of a upscale hype song. But I felt like Wale was giving us early 2000 like Diddy, Loon, and Usher, or you know, like
112 and Lil Zane.
Yeah. 112 and Lil Zane. Yeah, like something. Felt like that was Wale trying to get back in that brink.
Okay.
But it just didn't cross over well because the industry went in it no more.
And it's something that you got to take into consideration. Is like he got shelved like no other. You got to think he's like one of Rock Nation's premier artists at one point. And then Cole comes in.
But J. Cole got shelved too, didn't he?
And literally, no, Electronica got shelved.
I thought J. Cole said because that's why he left. He ain't because he was with Rock Nation too, right?
Yeah, but you still had him. Like, what was the song? Was it Beautiful Bliss or no? He got on Star Is Born. You know, Wale talks about it all the time. It's like his verse never made it on Jay's album, but the fact that like Jay stamped Cole on that album, that took his career to the next level. Whereas they were both here, it's like again. It's like, I think I'm just as cold as him. I think, you know what I'm saying, Beautiful Bliss and all that stuff.
Yeah,
you're
right.
He had it written already.
I feel like all of them niggas had a similar, now I'm thinking about it, they all had similar stories because Big Sean, it might have came after a little bit because he came out with Kanye West, and after that, it was like, people laugh at Big Sean. It's like, bro, hold up. Like, let's not get it mixed up. But I feel like that whole era.
I don't even think Big Sean be getting love no more.
Yeah.
No, he don't.
I think that whole era.
That's crazy.
But you want to see the class? 09.
09
was the class?
It was the 09 class. And these names just shocked me. Okay. First name, B.O.B.
Okay. That's a good one.
No.
Asher
Where the
Roth.
hell is he at?
No, not Brown now, but
Asher Roth.
I don't know who that is.
I Love College. That party last night. You never heard that?
Let me see.
Yeah, I don't never heard
Oh,
that.
you don't have no picture of him?
White boy.
I never heard
Oh, okay.
Don't
Maybe
say
I
white
do know
people.
that.
Don't say the white people.
Wale, obviously.
Okay.
Charles Hamilton. I don't know who that is.
Anthony Hamilton's nephew.
No, bro.
No.
Ace Hood.
Now that was another nigga that went.
But again,
He
that's why I
went
said all
complete-
these have similar. Ace Hood, another one that had a run. Shut up. Who else?
That's
Currency.
Who?
Currency.
Okay. Currency.
Cuddy.
Kid Cudi.
Okay.
Corey Guns.
Okay, I don't know Corey Guns.
You know who Corey Guns is. Blue. I don't know who that
One
is.
Corey Guns with Young Money.
Young
or no?
Money? Okay, okay.
Blue and Mickey Fax.
What Blue?
BLU. I don't know who
Oh, I
this.
don't
He was an LA lyricist.
So damn well it went on blue collar.
That's who Big Sean wasn't?
Nah. I think
Damn, Big
was
Sean
10.
must have been 2010.
Oh, she got to look up the
Okay, cool.
Big Sean.
Now, what does that list tells us now again?
That,
We was trying to see if they was in the same.
Oh, okay.
but Meek wasn't on it either.
You said to look it up.
Oh,
No, I was wondering.
That's the one that Wale was on. You said though, right? Okay.
That was
That's
09 though.
actually
09 is kind of crazy though.
I mean,
They feel like that's
technical, though, he was the best one on that.
So
mug.
2010.
yeah. 09 sounds like it's too early.
2010 was crazy though.
Okay.
All right, we got Cole, Nip, Wiz, Big Sean, Freddie Gibbs, J Rock,
Damn.
Hill.
J Rock is
J Rock
a
was
win.
with the West Coast niggas.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? Kendrick Lamar people.
Yeah.
Win.
OJ the Juice Man, Fashawn, and Donis. I don't know who the last two people
I
are.
don't know either.
That was a crazy.
Yeah, OJ.
OJ the Juice is kind of
man.
crazy.
Yeah.
2010. It's
2009
wild.
was like weak. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
I'm
that
looking
shit. Yeah, well, Wale clearly stood out on the 2009
easy
group.
And I don't understand the hype for Kid Cudi though, but whatever. Let's move on.
because 11 was
Hold
crazy
on,
too.
what?
I don't understand
The
the
hype
hype.
of Kid Cudi?
No,
You
No,
crazy,
hold
bro.
on.
Nah,
He had a run, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You actually sound wild, bro.
I can sound wild.
All right, bro.
Wild,
You
wild
ever
West.
heard Maker say?
How you go?
How you say
make
Will?
it say,
How you say Will Smith Pursuit of Happiness is your
yeah.
favorite?
That's
movie,
him.
But
Bro,
you don't like the
even
song
still,
Pursuit of Happiness.
That was
He
a
make
hit.
music to this day that I don't like.
Who?
Because you
Kid
don't smoke
Cudi?
weed.
Okay, cool.
You think Kid Cudi makes smoking weed music?
Slick.
Yeah, it's always I'm on the pursuit.
Yeah, it's very
Kid
like-
Cudi, the guy that just took the stand for Diddy, right?
Yeah, that's the, who car got blew up.
No.
Yeah, he got his car blew up.
No.
Okay.
Kissy Ghost is a classic. I don't care.
I don't know. I wasn't.
I don't see the hype around Kid Cudi, but Wale,
don't
best
smoke
guy on 2010. Shut up.
Nine.
So you don't like
2009.
Kid Cudi at all?
No.
Okay. So if he was like, hey, Jay, can you interview me? You wouldn't do it?
Yeah, I will interview him.
Okay, then. So you
I'm
like
not a
him.
fan of his music. I'm not a fan of his work. That's it. But I could interview him. I could take the person out of the work. He's probably a good person. Moving on, man. What we got next?
Let's go to Kendrick, man. Talk about my man
That-
Kendrick.
What they say will make you laugh, make you cry. Old school. I learned this as a kid. When I seen Kendrick Lamar, first of all, of course, he's at a concert, so people are there for Kendrick Lamar. But the visual of him in Toronto, all I could think about is when Drake drops the Meek Mill diss. And I'm like, yo, if this ain't the same thing. He's in Toronto. Niggas is begging him to play Not Like Us.
You didn't do it?
Back to back and charged up. Oh yeah.
Bro,
Yeah. I forgot
Think about
that.
it, bro. I'm like, yo.
I forgot about that.
This, cause back to back.
Did you
was
like back to back?
Huh? Yeah.
At that time, and charged up. At
lying.
the time, come on, y'all.
I'm
doing it for
serious.
content,
I put that
bro.
on everything.
Come
I
on,
put
bro.
that.
Come on,
I
bro.
wasn't like. It didn't give me dissy. It didn't give dissy.
Nah, when I hear
It
this track,
didn't.
I want to hear you talk about somebody's dead people.
Everybody want to hear either. No, that
Yeah.
was the first diss of our kind that was like,
A pop record.
Pop, come on now,
It's not
hit him
cool.
up.
I'm not saying it was a bad song. I didn't like it.
bro, the fact that you
I don't
made,
know. I just that back to back just didn't do it for me. I don't know if it was the beat. Maybe it was a different beat.
Yeah,
It
no,
just,
the beat was kind of like cheesy. Like it wasn't.
I
like,
was like, I don't
it
know
was
what it was
clever.
about the song, but
was
it just
clever. It
didn't-
was creative, but it
The
was.
fact-
it didn't
Back to
gravitate.
back.
It really did not gravitate me like Not Like Us.
the
like
fact that they dropped a hit and it was a diss, first ever of its kind in my mind.
It
From
was.
I'm like,
no,
yo,
it was.
This
It
is
was.
fire.
For sure was.
I just found out one that, but I'm
What?
DMX.
yeah, DMX.
I just
with,
found that out that he.
with what you call it?
Oh, Lou
Y'all
Mama.
go- yeah, I just found out that he was
that a
dissing
diss.
Corrupt.
Yeah,
on that one.
Corrupt. Yeah,
I just found that out.
Wow.
Yeah.
But anyway,
but
so-
DMX was cute and mild.
So
He was
when I
with Rah-Rah,
see
but-
when I see Kendrick Lamar go to Toronto and he was like, I'm like,
Calling for the encore.
after bro, didn't Drake getting Meek bad from Canada? Not Toronto, Canada.
Where's Drake from?
Canada,
Toronto.
Toronto.
He's from Toronto.
Bro, He got Meek banned.
But he swayed from everywhere else.
Remember we was. It was a moment in time where niggas like, yo, he got him banned from Canada, right? So to see Kendrick Lamar in Toronto and niggas is like not like us. Granted, I know they're at his concert, so clearly they're his fans, and I'm pretty sure that arena don't make up the entire. I'm pretty sure, but the optics of it look disgusting. I'm like, Drake if he put Canada on the map. Everybody talk about Canada until Drake came along.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Man, Drake is the Canadian motherfucking god. Y'all about to act like he's not. Wow. So now we.
I mean, when you think about it and you realize how many motherfuckers is from Canada, you be like, oh damn, I ain't know that. Y'all niggas really is lit out there. Y'all really got a good.
Shout
y'all got a good.
Forward, but
I ain't talking about the hood. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of them know from up there.
Okay, Tory Lanez. But all I'm saying is, all I'm saying is, all I'm saying is, we can't ignore the impact that Drake had on coming from Canada on the U.S. We a lot of us looked at him as like the Canadian guy, though. No?
Maybe y'all.
Wow.
You have Wayne Gretzky. You have Jim Carrey. There's a couple people. There's a couple people from Canada.
We just potting.
I'm saying you knew Wayne Gretzky and Jim Carrey before you knew Drake.
Okay, we just potting.
No,
I mean, that's what I'm like. What they be trying to act like?
I didn't know that.
I think what tickles me about the simple fact, I think is just.
So Drake ain't carry Canada on his back. Is what y'all saying?
SGA right now is doing a good job of putting Canada.
I just think it's just funny on how people like really put Drake in just this huge.
Because
Drake is fire.
I'm finna get Drake.
Because he got more hits than the Beatles.
Drake is fire.
That's why.
Drake. Yeah,
He's fire. I'm not a fan of Drake, but Drake is fire.
I can't believe this is the first. This is my first. A Scorpio.
He's October Scorpio.
Yeah, see.
Hey, let me not get it twisted.
We different, but
go ahead.
I don't know. I think what my problem is with me and Drake's relationship, like you know me. I just know him as Jimmy from Degrassi, and I cannot remove that nigga to who the culture vulture has became.
He's a culture vulture.
You know who else was a culture vulture?
Who?
How old are you?
36.
How old are you?
33.
So y'all my age. You know who else a culture vulture?
Who?
Jay-Z.
Okay.
Where we get? I need you to break that one down.
I say that because like it's so crazy how we forget.
Break it down for me. So just really quick.
So Jay-Z made songs saying he made it a hot rhyme. I made it a hot song. If I say a big, what do you say? If I say a big verse, I'm only bigging up my brother. I'm bigging up my barrel. So you know what I'm saying? I'm big enough to do it. Like he's acknowledging people are calling him. People in Philly hated Jay at one point in time. Think about it. He came on the scene. He made songs with people from down south, Bun B, people from Philly. I forgot their name. Excuse my
Freeway.
Beanie Siegel,
Beanie.
things like that, right? And it's like a lot of the older generation is like, yo, he's taking our style, right? So I think Jay-Z is one of my favorite rappers of all time, and we all can acknowledge Jay-Z. But as soon as Drake come on the scene, it's like something that's never been done before, bro. He really was showing love to so many artists. He gave niggas Grammys. Look at the Migos.
But look how Jay-Z like came about though. Like he was selling that work.
I do think the times are different.
Then he came about though.
I do think the times are a little different, but you know, I mean, niggas be really giving Drake a hard time because it's like you, like I said, you look at him and you see him as being like, in my mind, I just see him as being Jimmy from Degrassi.
Drake,
just a cute little white Canadian boy that was mixed, and then you go somewhere to be accepted.
Terrible take.
Drake is the rapper version of Kim Kardashian.
Oh my God.
Elaborate.
When they both wanted to tap into their blackness, they both got braids.
Yo, what I will say,
Kim ain't got no blackness. I mean,
when
the
they
culture.
both wanted to take off, they linked with a nigga.
That's true.
What I will say is, in all fairness, I do think Drake is corny as fuck.
Thank you.
I think like, he's witty as hell when it comes to the lyrics, but even when he rapping about be corny. If you listen to it, bro, like come on, bro, like it's corny, but
it is.
He's good.
Yeah. He's.
I think it's just I just can't get out that Degrassi shit. And if you was a Degrassi watcher, like many of the girls in my generation was, you'd be like, God.
And he did blackface.
I never seen
and he did the blackface, which was.
Nigga skip over that.
The story of Adonis.
Exactly how it looked too.
So to the corny part. What do y'all think about this? So there was a politician, Canadian politician, that went to the concert. Drake went out and exchanged some words with him, calling him a goof, and then posting it to his story with this exchange. This was Jamit Singh, who's a Canadian politician. He was the former New Democratic Party leader, and he was pictured at the Kendrick concert. Drake ain't like that.
So somebody took a picture of him?
I believe he was pictured there.
Okay, cool.
Right? So somebody took a picture. I can see it here.
Okay.
They caught him in 4K, you know what I'm saying? And then Drake comes out and he was like, you're a goof. He called him a goof. He said you're a goof.
Okay.
Wow.
That's the guy to say he claimed he only went for SZA.
So he then responded and he said, I went for SZA, not Kendrick. He said, I was born in this city. I love this city. But real talk, I get it. I shouldn't have gone at all. OVO and Drake have lifted this city up. In Canada. For me, it'll always be Drake over Kendrick.
Did SZA ask him to come? If SZA asked him to come, then all right, cool. If not, then yeah.
What if he in there with a bitch?
Nah, nigga. Shit.
Bro, like I said,
is that serious?
Drake got Meek Mill banned from Canada.
No. You're not
if he had power,
nigga, please.
how can one person get a nigga banned from Canada? If you got power to do that,
it's easy to get banned from Canada, though.
But no, if you got power to do that, you got relationships with motherfuckers in politics.
If you're a politician, why are you not in the box? Why are you on the floor anyway?
That is a question. That is a question of where you're not seen.
You should have been in the box where you're not seen.
Do they not have boxes? Maybe they don't have boxes.
Maybe not. So what I will say is shout out to him.
He is close to the flow, though.
Shout out to him for being captured. I'm glad it wasn't a video that he posted, right? And again, we don't know the conversation that these people are having. Imagine if he's like, yo, I'm pro Drake before this. I never heard this man in my life, right? So
Nobody
I don't know
knows
the tweets. I don't know the conversations. I don't know. But hypothetically, let's say he's going, because it sounds like he's a Drake stan. He's going so hard for Drake. And you at a Kendrick Lamar concert, you a hypocrite.
Who cares? You know how many bitches are acting like I love Drake and they're fucking bumping Kendrick in the shower?
I don't know the relationship.
It don't matter.
They might have a relationship.
It don't matter.
If somebody's your friend,
yeah, no, that's facts,
friends.
though. If you rock, if you do rock with Drake though, because I seen two videos. One, the nigga, you know, Ben the Don.
Yeah.
Ben the Don was at some house party. Kendrick came on the TV. That nigga went and put on Netflix.
That's probably a skit.
No, it wasn't a skit. It was just recorded because Ben the Don is on tour with Drake. He's doing like opener. And then the same video with Kai at the BET Awards, Drewski did not shake Kendrick's hand.
What is this?
Kai was besties with Drewski.
Kai
was besties with
Kendrick.
Low key, he do.
Kai is just. If you Kai or not, you're not.
Neutral.
Yeah, you're mutual. You're not going to not shake Kendrick's hand. But Drewski, you never seen Drewski with.
So
Kendrick.
what you was about to say?
No, they did have a relationship. I guess like Drake followed him.
And that's my point.
And he was like, there was a message that he showed where he was like, honored, thank you for the follow, brother. But that was 2019. It's not like they had like consistent conversation.
And no, but see, this where it come in. Like Drake, you just think because your ass from Canada, everybody from Canada supposed to be on your nuts.
How many years
ago? No. So Drake followed him first,
I guess.
Oh, nigga, no, he's fine. This nigga's fine.
Yeah, Drake be having some corny.
Nigga say you're a goof,
man.
He be having some corny.
Yeah, because he be hurt.
He be hurt.
His ego be bruised. And it's obvious. You make songs about all the bitches that broke your goddamn heart.
Yeah, then I heard he had the necklace with all the rings that
come on, man.
Wait, what?
He had a necklace with all the rings of the girls he proposed to.
Well, fucking weirdo.
Yeah, it's some weirdo shit.
And then like what I hate is the tattoo spacings that he have. The tattoos suck. All them like weird, like they're placed everywhere, strange. Like
you really don't like Drake?
I ain't never looked at his body.
It's not that I don't like him.
That.
I just think he's very strange, and he's really making Scorpios look terrible.
I think
even though he's October. He's October's on. Huh?
You know
no, he's not. He's not
women? They're either on one side of the spectrum. They either rock with Drake
or the spectrum.
Spectrum. Yeah, you can't say that word.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. My bad.
You can say spectrum.
Go ahead, Nick. Block that out.
Oh yeah, no. I'm not.
Oh,
in the
block
clip.
it out. Oh, in the clip.
I mean, if I say something crazy right now, I would know not to drop it. Or y'all just gonna upload it?
Oh yeah, we just upload.
Oh, that's
what they That's what they do.
Upload.
AI is real. AI is
What would you say, Alex?
You either like Drake Or they like Future.
Oh.
It's either on one side.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Like neither one of them, both of them Scorpios.
Yeah, that's what
No,
I'm saying.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Future really ain't no Scorpio. He really a Sag.
So I was listening to, and not to get too off topic, guys. I was listening
get
to
off topic.
Future. I was listening to Drake. What would Pluto do? And I think that is a diss song.
You think what?
It's a diss song.
What would Pluto do?
What would Pluto do?
Who
I
made
mean,
that
I
song?
get
He
it.
fucked that hoe, so I did it. He said I was with his little chick, like she said she got a nigga, something
Yeah.
like that. And I'm like, what would Pluto do? He fucked that hoe, so I did it. That's a diss. You saying you putting dirt on my name? Think about it.
Yeah, they said what you call it already. She already solidified that it was a diss song.
I didn't know that.
Gorgeous doll.
I'm listening. I'm like, oh, this is a diss.
Yeah,
Gorgeous
them niggas
doll.
is.
There's so many dolls. Mm-hmm. What else we got on the list, man?
Last thing.
I thought we had a couple more.
No, we got a couple more.
Why you trying to rush? You
All
right.
right.
He got somewhere to be.
y'all
You not
party.
like us.
Right. You
Niggas
ain't
is
come to
party.
work. He trying to skate. He trying to skate out of his job. That's crazy.
I ain't skating out of nothing.
And
You
He
want to
tired.
skate out of his job.
He tired from fishing.
I'm about to miss my run and everything, and I'm here.
You're hilarious.
I'm working.
Melissa Ford and DDG, my brothers.
You had a specific take on that.
Yeah,
What happened, I guess? Tell people.
so essentially, Melissa Ford, they have been covering on the Joe Budden podcast. For people that don't know, she's a frequent co-host on the program.
I was about to say she's a freak. But yeah,
This nigga's freaked out. But no, so she had a very interesting take, and she clarified it because at first she came out and she is essentially saying that like she didn't care about the facts. She's siding with Haley.
This is before.
This is still like
Okay.
she still is standing on that side. But you know what it was very, very emotionally driven, but she's since come back and essentially talked about like the postpartum and what women go through and things of that nature. So she was trying to vocalize the struggles that women go through in justifying Haley Bailey's actions. But she also was talking about how DDG, she felt like weaponized his fan base by putting out the hashtag Free Halo and things of that nature. There's only one part that really stood out to me though, that was dangerous. And it was when she said, well, Joe Budden came back and said it again, where she was like, I don't care about the facts. Like, I don't care about the facts. I'm on Haley's side. And to me, I was like, that's a dangerous mindset. Because when we start getting into that mindset of, I don't care about the facts, Emmett Till got killed because we didn't care about the facts.
Yeah.
Central Park 5, people didn't care about the facts.
Yeah.
You have countless women who go and they are assaulted. I'm not trying to be extreme, but like because people don't care about the facts. It's like we're just going to go with our generalization. So really, it wasn't more so about her take on it or her positioning with it. It's just that
Garbage.
mindset that we see happening a lot of
You know what
times
that
where
is,
people
though?
don't go
And
with
we
the facts.
rarely talk about this, but we have a woman, so we can.
Okay.
I seen somebody say this on Pop with the Balloon, and I was like, wow, I never thought about that. It's this whole era of woman being woman's woman. It's like they protect women at any cost or whatever. And it's like to the point that they don't care about the facts of the other side because they don't have an opinion. They just pro-woman. It's like, damn.
Wow, you can take it a step further. Go ahead.
I kind of disagree with that because I mean it's more so like a how they say it, a kick
bias?
ask questions later kind of thing. If we out and I see you getting into a fight, I'm gonna come help.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't care about if you was wrong or not.
But
nigga.
when we get home, we're going to talk about it. No?
yeah, but I'm
Right.
still going. Nigga, I already had your back at that point.
So, but at the sake of a conversation, we ain't in the fire. We have time enough to do our research. We have time enough to understand what's going on, and especially on these big ass platforms such as Joe Budden, where you just can't get up there and spill bullshit. So,
Melissa Ford, you think she's ever going to be able to have a conversation with Haley about the facts?
no, but to say I don't care about the facts is the thing. It's not about. We ain't talk again. We're not talking about her stance. We're talking about the fact that she don't care about the facts, and that's why I'm like, it reminds me of this whole era of like woman's woman. It's like I almost think, and again, I'm not a woman, so I just see it and I see the jokes, and I'm like, it reminds me of that. But we have a woman here, so
We do.
I'll take the back seat to the woman.
So, I think that I'm pretty fair across the board. What's right is what's right, and what's wrong is what's wrong. I am still pro-woman, but if you're a woman and you're in the wrong, I'm not going to defend the wrongdoing. So, I'm not gonna lie and act as though I wasn't with all the other girlies about Haley and DDG. I mean, I'm not really necessarily a fan. I'm not super gung ho on both parties, but I do feel like sometimes we don't hold each party to the fire, right? And like Melissa may have been saying, I think what happens when we get in these spaces of pods and things like that, we don't think about verbiage and what comes off and how people will stick to what you say. I don't necessarily feel like Melissa meant it how it came out, but unfortunately, I'm the only woman on this pod with 8 other niggas, so they about to eat me up for what I say. So you have to be very cautious to what and how you say things, because I think I don't know if I could take the take and maybe, you know, like interpret it a little bit deeper. Maybe she was just trying to say, like, based off of what we've seen. Okay. I don't know, but now with the facts of Haley saying something about her mental health, and we just talked about this with Janiyah and Straw. It just runs a very thin line, because I'm not a mom. I have never been pregnant. I can't explain what postpartum is like. I don't know if Melissa Ford has children or not, but I can't speak to that realm if she has children about what happens when you have kids.
Can I ask you something? How many more takes we got after this?
Well, just the last.
I want to ask you this, because you might not have had children, right? And I don't want to compare this in any sense, but I think the emotions of like your menstrual cycle may be a little similar.
No, not that extreme.
Okay, but
you do go through a roller coaster. Okay, so emotion.
Do you think, as a woman, other women weaponize their emotions in any sense? If it's postpartum, if it's a menstrual, like, can you see a life where women do that?
I have seen where women do weaponize emotion.
Do you?
No, I don't. But I do. But I also see. I'm of a different realm. Like, I work in psychology. I have my degrees in psychology, so I see things in a different lens. Like, I'm a very bird eye view type of female, whether it's male or women based. So I try to be more cautious of weaponizing my feelings, because I have been in a space where I'll be like, nigga, I was on my period. Like, sorry for being moody, but that also don't make it right? But I do understand that as women, we are more emotional than the man is, and we'll take things more emotionally based. Hence, you were saying earlier about being there for your old lady and making sure that you're there and you're present, but she may not feel like you're emotionally there. So now I'm like, goddamn, you don't feel the same thing I'm feeling? Like, what the fuck? Come on, help. Right. You know? So it's like, I can see both sides, and I try to, a lot of times, understand where both parties are coming from. But I don't feel like, I think this is just a terrible take. I think the awareness of postpartum now, the awareness of mental health now, has put things on a bigger pedestal, right? Our parents, our moms, our dads, our grandmamas, great grandmamas, all of them didn't have children, several of them, and then just continue to walk through life as normal. Now that we've kind of put a little bit more of a cap on what postpartum may look like, and this may just be due to the things that we're consuming. It may be the food, the drink, whatever we're doing in today's time. It may be now making things a little bit more heightened, but I just kind of feel like this is now a more public view, but also too, once again, social media. So many things are playing these factors that are making people more knowledgeable on what they're thinking. If you could think about what your grandma may have been feeling after she had your daddy or whatever, because she didn't have outside opinions of what she was going on, and if she didn't disclose it to nobody, she didn't have no way to think. Like, she may just be like, goddamn, I'm thinking crazy. Let me tighten up. Let me straighten up. But now that we can get on social media, just like how we have all of these pod spaces, you see men that come on these pod spaces and talk stupid as fuck, which give other men like, that think stupid as fuck, like, you know, that nigga right. He right, I'm right.
Yeah, no facts.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's just all of now, everything that we have that's accessible to us, so much validation in the loop. So it just makes it harder to have these conversations, because we know that we can use certain things as an option. And I don't like to say, I hope that's not what Hallie is doing, but I do think that it is weird that, you know, I may play a little devil's advocate with DDG putting that whole free Halo shit. That was weird. I mean, like, why are we even allowing strangers into what this battle or whatever it is that me and Hallie got going on? I don't feel like it was needed. And she then came out and said they were sick. They had RSV. And now we're finding out more and more and more as time keeps going. And it's just now making it hard to really believe what's what.
So that's what I was going to say. Like, I didn't even know about that. I didn't even see that. But when it comes to like women weaponizing emotions, I'm wondering, because I don't want to make this a man versus woman thing, right? Mm-hmm. But I have been in spaces where I've seen that, and it's like it's almost impossible. It feels impossible as a man to combat that when you know this isn't right, right? Because I want to be here for you, right? As a man, as your man, I want to be here for you, and I want to protect your feelings. I want to do what I can do to show up as the man that you need. But not a lot of times, it's been times where I've seen another side where it's like I can't almost, and it's like you want to be in this space. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to figure out, how do men combat that, or how do men show up in a space when it's not really healthy? Like, what you're doing this isn't normal. It's not healthy. I don't know.
So as from a woman's stance, right? I had this conversation not too long ago about how we got this thing with Tiana, Cash Doll, and Cardi B. All this shit that's going on with them. I think that what happens is men. We've all found a new word of accountability. Everybody now want to talk about accountability and what you should be doing. I think what happens is a lot of times men don't use the space to take the accountability. And in actuality, sometimes women just need you to say, you know what? I fucked up and these are the things that I did wrong. And I know that you know I did wrong, and vice versa, right? How can we move forward? Because as women, we look for men to show us whatever this space is going to be so I can follow behind you, whether I'm with you or not. But if we have something that's a mutuality between the two of us, a kid, mm-hmm. I'm looking for you to tell me how this space going to operate. Because if you the nigga, if you're not controlling this space or this environment, it's going to be havoc. And anytime that we see this, it's given that the space isn't controlled properly, right? You look at like the whole thing with Cash Doll. She got 2 kids by Tracy T, right? Mm-hmm. Before she popped out on the scene with
Zadarius,
right? Tracy T, you on live every other goddamn day talking about what happened, when in actuality you the nigga that cheated on her. So you're now making this more public than what it needed to be, because I've been quiet. Tiana Taylor, Iman, we've been quiet, but now we're using these platforms to become a little bit more public, which then now feels like I got to put my suit and boots on just for the kids to make sure that they feel at least sheltered enough. But in actuality, it may hurt the kids, because when the kids get older, they can go on to social media and see that their parents were feuding. So it's like, I think you can be as cute, calm, and chill and not say much, and niggas will try to find a way to maybe pull it out of you. Or you can be as public, ranty, and da-da-da-da, and niggas will still try to find a way to pull it out of you. So I feel like we need to all go to a town hall meeting and have the conversation so we figure out how we can come to a conclusion. But I just think that it's very hard to, if you're a woman's or a man's man, just stand on principality. If you serious about your child, take your emotions out of it and make sure that the center focus is the kid. Because you don't want anything to trigger that mom knowing that shit's not going to work out in your favor, right? We know that the system isn't cultivated for black men. So even the smallest bark will be the biggest bite.
And I understand, and I guess the unfortunate and
vetting who you haven't and who you dealing with.
That's a fact.
So you got to vet like this. We at the age now, and they are young. These DDG and Hallie are young, but you almost have to vet who you dealing with, and you have to almost see everybody damn near in every goddamn season before you even make a damn unlock and load, because you don't know where people can become vindictive.
And that's a fact. So I guess the frustrating part about this, and I mean this with all due respect, I'm trying to say it in the nicest way possible. I'm not trying to be rude or nothing. I know sometimes I say things that sound crazy, but how do men deal with women who like weaponize their emotions? I ain't really get an answer. It's like you almost excuse it, because I'm not talking about the woman who, like, because emotions is real, right? I'm not about to sit up here and act like, yeah, you having your menstrual, you going through postpartum, that's a real feeling. But it's a space where some women weaponize that. Not saying, like, I'm not talking about the regular emotion, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's some women who are vindictive, like, intentionally, and they know what they're doing, and they manipulate in this space.
I did answer it, because I said it takes accountability, because as a man, when you went to go vet that girl, did you not vet her well enough to know that she possibly has this in her to do so? So the accountability goes on both halves, right? Yeah, this is a mutual thing that we both decided to go into to deal with. as a woman, I may know the type of nigga you might be, and as a nigga, you should know the type of woman that I may be. So if you're not vetting me well enough.
Have you ever dealt with a man who you thought was one way, but then you figured out he was somebody different?
But it come up. Them red flags are there.
That's what I said. I'm not trying to make this because I don't want to make this.
Yeah.
No, it's not like a.
I'm really just trying to say, like, if when you in that space,
when you're in that space,
like
you didn't
as a
vet
woman,
it.
how would you? What would you say to women to hold them accountable? Because we hold men accountable all the time, and I try not to like say what women should do because that's not really my job. As a woman who's seen it, as a woman who works in the mental health space, like, what do you say to those women who intentionally manipulate their feelings to weaponize it against men?
Well, what I would say in that space to a woman that is intentionally manipulating anyone is you definitely have to take yourself out of the situation. Once again, back to that bird eye view. You got to look at all parties involved. But the unfortunate part is, let me not try to make an excuse. What happens is the majority may not look at the view how we should. You should take self out of whatever the situation is sometimes to better dissect what's going on. However, with women using
the woman is kicking her ass.
Yeah, it is.
I've been watching it.
In her mind, she really a woman, and she like, I'll stand with my.
No, and it's not even me standing with my bitches, but not everybody. This is the problem that. I feel like I'm like a reformed woman's woman. I'm not in that space anymore.
You understand it.
I get it. I get women that don't have the proper tools to remove themselves from self. I get that. I can have empathy for somebody who's going through a postpartum or going through. I ain't no bitch that be on like when I'm on my menstrual. I don't be that moody. I might just want to be loved on, but as far as being nasty and catty, I'm not that. So I understand that there are people like that in the world. So it's hard for me to, if it's not my reality, it's hard for me to put it in there. Now, you ask me about another topic, then we could talk about another topic. But women that are actually weaponizing emotion, they should be held to the fire for it. You shouldn't be saying anybody took advantage of you, X, Y, and Z, or this nigga was doing X, Y, and Z, and you keeping a baby. It's not right. And I have friends that may have children who aren't getting along with their child's father, and I'm saying at the end of the day, the kid is the root. This is going to be affected the most, and we see this now. Our generation is seeing what took place from childhood trauma into your adulthood, and we're trying to correct it. So we can't continue to cycle if we're not going to be. So we have to remove ourselves from that. But it's just hard for me to say like what you can do when everybody is personalized based. I mean, I can tell you like you have to look at things from a bird's eye view and not take it as personal, but it's hard because your emotions in it, or it's hard because your feelings in it, or it's hard because I once loved this person, fucked around and fell in love with a nigga I thought he was and he wasn't. And vice versa, not you. Vice versa, you know what I mean? Like y'all, we all falling in love with people that we think that they are, and things happen. You have children, life changes, you may lose a parent, and you change. You know, with times, I'm not the same person I was when I was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25. Hell, that's when my front lobe was fully developed. I'm not that same girl. And that was literally 7 years ago.
I only ask because I be trying to get all these, because it's so easy to be like, well, men and women, and I be just wondering from a woman perspective, like, how does that work? And I
mean, I think it's hard to say because like you said, you know, it's with being in this space, you can't generalize it all as much as you would want to. And because women are more complex with emotions, it's hard to remove emotion from something that's so emotional.
Okay. I mean, I think
but what do you feel like the solution would be if you were in a situation where somebody weaponized their emotions against you in something that you feel like you don't have a lasting fight in? Then what?
I go back to like just compatibility and really diving deep into what you want and what you aren't willing to deal with. Somebody told me something. It was one of my friends, and he's like, "The problem is we you gotta leave." No. Oh, the problem is people make too many sacrifices and not enough decisions. And it's like once you vet somebody and know that this is somebody that you want to be with, then everything past that is a decision. It's not a sacrifice. Because when we start making decisions, that's when you start. I mean, when you start making sacrifices, now it's like that's when resentment. Yeah, and I'm compromising. But when I'm with somebody that I know I want to be with, now I choose to do this. So now I'm not looking at you as you should do something in return because I did this. No, it's a decision that I made, and I'm standing on that. So like, it is a hard conversation to have. So when I think about it, it goes in the beginning of choosing the right partner, right? But then also understanding that each person, I think, each individual need to love themselves enough to know that I don't want to be this person to anybody, not even just you because you with me. So like, when it comes to men not cheating, like I don't want to be a cheater, right? Like, granted, you're my woman. You probably want me to hear. You probably want to hear that I'm not cheating because it's you and you so special. But no, I don't want to be that man, right? And I think women. And again, I'm trying to, because I don't want to say what women should do, especially on the internet nowadays. But I feel like if more women were more accountable, and all of us, right? But if more women were more accountable for how they treat people in those moments,
bad spaces,
in those bad
or discomfort,
in those discomfort spaces. I know that doesn't come a lot, right? But you still need to be accountable for those moments because so you can get better, and so we can move forward. So it's not just like sweet, because we have feelings too.
So my question is then, right? Say for instance, I mean, we saying postpartum or menstrual time, right? Emotions are in heighten. We got to look forward to, as a man, you have to look forward to somebody's emotions being up in array once a month or every time we got a kid, however long the postpartum may last. Is that fair for you to have to endure whatever the emotional spew is to you?
I don't know.
I say yeah.
You say it's fair?
I think so.
Why?
You don't got to deal with it. It's the price.
It's the price that we pay.
We're dealing with women. It's what comes with it. I mean, it's not something that they, from what I gather, it's like it's an emotional imbalance, right?
Yeah, your hormones are stupid as hell.
Like, it's tough. It's annoying, but it's like my job. Like, it's like a job. You know what I'm saying? There's certain shit you just got to deal with. You don't like it, but it's.
I don't think you have to deal with somebody being a mean person to you.
I don't think it's necessarily emotional.
Again, I don't want us to lose track of the conversation that I'm trying to have. It's not about being emotional, because I'm not that insensitive to be like somebody's emotional. No, I'm saying for the sake of somebody
mistreating you,
weaponizing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you should understand that's something that you deal with somebody, like being emotional, you like change of emotion imbalances, things like that, for sure, 100%. But that's not the conversation that I'm having.
No,
I'm not having that conversation.
So what she said was having to deal with
whatever the emo. I mean, I didn't take it as though
whatever though.
Okay, I wasn't taking it as you were saying mean. I would say you said weaponizing. Weaponizing can be, that's subjective to somebody, right? Because I mean, you're speaking from a mean context. Somebody saying something weaponizing to them may be something different. So I didn't really know in what lieu. So I was just speaking as a
I'm saying weaponizing negative anyway. Like whatever, like
anything negative,
manipulate.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like me saying that I could weaponize my authority, right? Like, I pay the bill, so I should be able to do this. That's not right.
No,
you know what I'm saying? That's not right. So,
it's weaponizing.
So I'm saying in a sense that a woman is like you said before, like you've done it before, and that doesn't say that that's who you are as a person.
Right.
But you said like, yo, I was like that, I was on my period. So what?
Yeah.
No, like,
that don't make it good.
And some people can live in that space during those times, not even in retrospect, because it's one thing to be in that space retrospect, like, you know what? You know what I'm saying? But even in that space, like, I know I'm like this, so you're going to just have to take what come with it. No, that's not right. I don't think that's right.
No, I agree. And I try to, like I said, when you become more cautious of things that you've done in your past, as a woman or as whoever, you should want to be able to be better. And you don't want to be that partner or that person that is looked at like, oh, shit, okay, it's that time of the year or that time of the month. We just need to go on and just make sure we just stay out of her way, because she's going to end up casting the entire room out, and everybody not gonna want to be here, and everybody gonna feel uncomfortable, type of thing. And I've been around people that's like that, and it can be uncomfortable, but I don't know. It's like the catch-22.
Yeah, no, it is, and that's why I said I'm not trying to make it I don't want to make it a woman versus man. That's so easy to do that, and I think that's so lazy. I want to have the conversation of like, how do we deal with each other? Even if
I don't know if there's like a real answer. I think it's just like you said, if you really love this person and you vetted them enough, I mean, they're just gonna come with this was
just put up with it.
I mean, it's just
the job. That's what I was saying.
Just put up with it.
It's just so much like, this my boo. I love her enough to just.
As soon as men and women can find a space
common ground,
we can just be like working together, the world will be a better place.
Black men and women, right?
But no, also dealing with people. But also, I'm gonna let you. We gotta wrap it up soon. But also dealing with people that we can deal with, because there's some spaces where, like I might be nonchalant, right? Why would I deal with a woman who can't take that?
No, that's facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like now we're asking to be as smoke with each other, because it doesn't make you a bad person for how you react to me, and it doesn't make me a bad person for how I'm doing what I'm doing with. But if we in spaces where we deal with people like, you know what, that's something I'm not
fucking with.
You know what I'm saying?
As men, all women will get on our nerves in some space.
For sure.
My lady will wake me up at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Be careful.
And go ask me to go get her yogurt out the refrigerator.
But you might get deal with that.
He clearly dealing with it.
I'd rather deal with that than a period being weaponized.
Dead ass though. Like
I'd rather deal with that.
Is there? My thing is nobody is perfect, right? And when we can understand it,
I'd rather deal with that.
You're just not gonna get your perfect person, and you take what you need to take from it. If you want to deal with it, you deal with it. If you don't,
you don't.
Bye bye.
What's the saying? Is who you willing to put up with, basically.
How much you can take.
Yeah.
Everybody's crazy. It's just what crazy
Everybody
to deal with.
Thank you. Hello.
It's just what exactly.
Hello.
Everybody's crazy. It's what level of crazy you're willing to deal with, bro.
I be trying to act like niggas ain't out here crazy as hell. Everybody crazy. For the right person.
What you think?
That's facts.
Yeah, we can close it.
Yeah, everybody can take.
Nick be on social media talking about some Darius and stuff like that. So we have our moment. You said Darius or something like that.
Darius, yeah. Hey, as men, we be on our Darius.
Darius is crazy.
I don't know about that, man. Let's get inside it.
You be on your Darius.
I don't.
You never been on your Darius?
Nah.
You've never just been like emotionally unstable as a man?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you're on your Darius, nigga. You been on your Darius before? Facts.
No, I've never.
I'm not gonna do that on camera.
Have I been emotionally
This has a digital footprint.
But anyway, yo, I appreciate y'all. This is a great conversation.
Fire episode.
One more thing before I go.
Don't you got pee?
Yeah, I do. But one more thing before can I say one more thing? Uh-huh. You've been on your Darius before. Darius is when a man is like emotionally unstable. That's your Darius. You've been on your Darius before. It's a period, but a nigga.
So what the first off, where the D part comes in?
Period, pussy.
Oh, D. Oh,
Darius, dick. You been on your Darius.
Okay, so what? So the Darius.
I'm on my Darius right now.
It's a digital footprint. Like,
you're disgusting.
You
so it gets
to a point. Dylan, take that out. That's what y'all say, Dylan.
It gets to a point.
Take it out. Don't put that on. I don't agree to this.
I don't even think he watched this far.
Oh, dang.
Your Darius is what? You're just very moody.
Yeah, you just be moody. As a man, you dealt with it.
I be moody sometimes for sure.
I could take a every now and then moody nigga, but like a nigga that's
month,
I
right?
mean. Yeah, I do a Darius once a month.
But the Darius might last 4 to 7 days. You feel me?
4 to 7 days kind of crazy.
Is it?
A little bit. Because see, I don't like when I.
That's crazy. As you said, it was crazy. That's wild.
Well, we can't help the fact that we have periods.
But
y'all niggas can't just pick up and choose to have a Darius. You know what? I'm on my Darius. Come back in 4 to 7 business days.
I'm on my Darius.
Is it 4 to 7 business days or 4 to 7 days?
4 to 7 days.
Okay. Yeah. That's still kind of.
Weekends count. Okay.
Moody men y'all be nasty.
Oh, they're going to say something else. Explain that real quick.
I know. I hate to say it because I know women be nasty.
Nasty like mean. Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Well, if you're not a mean person, it hurts your feelings. If you're not a mean girly and your nigga just mean with you for no reason, it's like, damn, I can't do nothing.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys, man. Let the people know y'all tag, man.
Hey, follow me, man, Mr. Bankshot. That's it.
Snook J, SNOOK.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys, man. This is really good. I gotta have you guys pull up again.
Yeah, I'm down.
100%.
Yeah. All right, don't say it, though. Tell me what a good time. I'm gonna call you.
Invite us when you do the once a month cookout.
Yeah.
No, not once a month.
That's what you said. You're gonna invite your friends, certain friend groups once a month.
Man, we appreciate you, man. 1% Better Show. Mr. J Hill.
Alexander Blanc.
It's a wrap, guys. We out.
Peace.
Bye.